And welcome to the United Stand. Oh, this is a massive day. What a day it has been so far. If you're here for the match reaction, click the link in the video description. If you're here live watching it, as I said, what a day it has been so far for all of us at Manchester United. I mean, I just think that Arsenal losing 3 games in a row was probably unexpected in many ways, but it's given us an opportunity. And a lot of people saying Herrera start, which I think is absolutely huge. We haven't got the team news yet. It's about to come in. That's my predicted lineup, which was obviously from the preview. We will see if that is the case. I really do feel that whether Ander Herrera starts or not in this game will be fundamental to whether Manchester United get a result or not. And are we going to see pettiness? Are we going to see a situation whereby they're given he's not going to play because of some contract negotiation nonsense, which I think is a nonsense. He must play in this game. He's got very good history against them, and I would play him. Just keeping an eye on the City game as well, because I was getting a little bit nervous. Well, not nervous, but I was starting to think for a minute, Burnley, the team I can't stand, going to do Liverpool a massive favour. But at the moment it's 1-0 to Manchester City. But I wouldn't say it's over by any means. Team news then. Let's have a look at it for you. It's going to be coming in very soon. Please do smash a like on the video. Very important for Manchester United today. Very important that they win. Here's the team news. And Herrera starts. Yabba dabba do. Let's get in. Happy days. And I tell you what, I nearly picked the right. I don't like that team, you know. I don't like that team, you know. Lingard is not even in the bench, which is fine, but he started Mata and he started Lukaku, which you can't really complain about. Because the point remains that he has been very poor lately. But I'm not overly joyed with that team. Eric Bailly starts, which I think is really important as well. The team lineup, let me just read it out for you because I'm going to have to change the screen. I'm more than happy to change the screen. The team news, let me get to it, is De Gea in goal, Ashley Young at captain at right back. What a surprise. Youngie starts. Lindelof and Bailly, which I think is a positive, and Luke Shaw, which is great. Herrera, Matic and Pogba, which, you know what, I think I would probably just about agree with that, although I would probably like to see Fred, who's not even on the bench. And then Mata, Lukaku and Rashford, which I think is rather surprising to see that. But all in all, I'm just very happy that Ander Herrera is starting the game. I think that's probably the most important thing. And the bench is a bit shit, to be honest with you. The bench is Romero, Darmian, Rojo, Pereira, McTominay, Alexis Sanchez and Martial. So the bench is shit. Apart from Martial, it's a crap bench. But no Lingard, no Fred, not even in the squad. And Mata starts with Lukaku. And I personally have a feeling about Mata that he's a total and utter waste of time. But hopefully he can turn up. It's his birthday. Maybe we're giving him a birthday. But maybe that's how shit United are now. We are giving out birthday presents by letting people start in these games. But I joke. In seriousness, I hope he can turn up and have a good game, because the point is, from a situation that we really didn't deserve to be in, I don't actually. Well, you can't say we don't deserve to be in the top 4, because you deserve you deserve to be where you are at the end of the season. But I am surprised that Arsenal have gone and lost 3 games in a row, as much as I am absolutely ecstatic about it. I'm also surprised to see that, if we beat Chelsea today, then we've got a fantastic opportunity of getting top 4. Their goal difference will still be slightly better than ours. That is a problem in itself. But we've got a great opportunity, and we would be fools, absolute fools, to mess this up. But as we've said before, United are more than capable of messing things up. So I'm just about to put the correct team news up for you. Fred and Lingard not part of the setup at all, which, I presume Jesse Lingard must be injured, because it's Lingy, isn't it? He doesn't drop Rashi and Lingy, so not from matchday squad. So I presume Lingard must be carrying an injury of some sort. But I'm very pleased that Ander Herrera is starting. I think that could be the thing that gets this game going today. With regards to the front 3, I think it's very difficult. Obviously I think some people would like to see, that's the correct team now that you can see. So De Gea, Bailly, Lindelof, Shaw and Young, Matic, Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Lukaku and Rashford. I do not agree with Romelu Lukaku starting, but to be honest with you, if he can put the ball in the back of the net, I'll be very, 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 very happy. I've had a couple of super chats come in already. Every time we say Mata is finished, he scores a winner. Let's go, says Andrew Rossi. I disagree, Andrew. I think we've been saying Mata's finished all season. I don't remember him scoring one winner, but let's hope it happens tonight. And Adam Morris says, Yuri Tillemans was class for Leicester today. We need someone like him in our team going for 1 United nil. Thanks to good to have Herrera back. Look, before we go into the team news, and I think there are some valuable things to talk about. Rashford must suck Ollie's pole dry. How's he starting? And that is not from me, that's from Jack Wilders. Look, I know that I can see in the live comments there's a lot of anger in the live comments about Rashford starting. I don't think he should start either. I don't think he's done anywhere near enough to be starting games for Manchester United. But we do have a problem. We do have a problem at United at the moment, and it's like, who do you pick? And whether you like it or not, he absolutely clearly loves Rashi, so he picks Rashi. That's what he does. Mata on free kicks as Charlie Bass. Yes, that could be useful. I want to talk about the Chelsea lineup in a moment. We won't forget that. But look, I'm very happy to see Eric Bailly starting. Chris Smalling, Phil Jones not on the bench, which is a little bit weird. I don't know what that's all about. No Lingard and no Fred, so I don't know what that's all about. MUFC Forever is, I'll come to that in a minute. You might see a new emoji that we've got today. It's the Jelly Babies. A lot of people are asking for Jelly Baby FC. So if you look in the live comments, you'll see MUFC Forever, and some of the members will probably start using it. So we've got Jelly Baby FC, but hopefully we won't see Jelly Baby FC today. Martial is on the bench. Rashford has been trashford, says Alec Dukas. But look, I think Ander Herrera is absolutely fundamental to what we're going to try and achieve. Jack Webb says 4-3-1-2 Mark. Mata will be a number 10 behind Rashford and Lukaku. Caused mayhem for them when we played them at the start of the season. It caused mayhem for them in the FA Cup as well, didn't it? So that there could be something in that. Yeah, I don't think we'll see the 4-3-3. But as I said, Jack, I've said this a few times. Why is Ollie over complicating things? 3 months, 4-3-3 worked really well. The last month, we've changed formation every single game. And these players aren't the smartest players. So, I don't know. I hope it works today anyway. Brandao Bay is the best centre-back at the club. He needs a consistent run of games and to stay fit. And why is Tony not in the team? Clearly some favouritism. And Fred Nagugi says, Mark, Ollie played Mata at number 10 because Jorginho will leave holes at the midfield. My prediction is 3-1 United. Well, look, let's talk about the game. That is the lineup on the left. Let's talk about the game for a moment because Arsenal have lost their last 3 games. Ha 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 ha! But we might lose today. Off the line by Burnley. Not given as well. No, it's not given it. Sorry, Burnley nearly. Sorry, not Burnley. Burnley just cleared it off the line. City have had 1 goal from GDS. They nearly had another one. But there is no Greenwood. Matic shouldn't be playing to his Pinecone. Look, Arsenal are 1 point behind us if we win. So if we win today, we're 1 point ahead of Arsenal. They've taken no points from 9. No points from Palace at home, Wolves away and Leicester away. So Arsenal have done what Arsenal do. They've bottled top 4. We shouldn't be in a top 4 race. After what happened against Everton and City, we shouldn't be in a top 4 race. Back of the net, over. So we are in a top 4 race because Arsenal have bottled it. Now, we are not in control of our destiny, really. A lot of people say, it's in our hands. It's not, because Chelsea's goal difference, I'm sure somebody will tell me, is far, far superior to ours. So if we only beat Chelsea 1-0, Chelsea are still massive favourites to get 4th because with 2 games to go, we're level on points and their goal difference is different. We need to try and beat them 2 or 3-0 today. Look, we need to beat them first of all, but also if we can beat them by 2 or 3 goals, that would be great because the goal difference is going to be a problem. Arsenal are irrelevant to us now. We've got Cardiff and Huddersfield, last 2 games of the season. So as things stand, our goal difference is 8. Sorry, it's not. It's 8 off Chelsea. So if we won 3-0, that goal difference would become 2, and we've got Cardiff and Huddersfield to come, where if we smashed them, we could get it. So we've got to win. We've got to win, first of all. How confident are you that we're going to win it, though? Because Alfie says, young Rashford and Bailly is going to cost us the game. Fred should start over Matic. Does anybody know what the story is? In fact, I'll find out for you. Does anyone know what the story is with... Lingard and Fred. I mean, I'm just very, very happy that Ander Herrera's involved. I think it's absolutely huge. I'm going for a Chelsea win, says Snaps. Let's have a look at the Chelsea lineup, because I know a lot of people are on about that. Can you talk about the Chelsea team? Obviously, in a game like this, it would be wrong of us not to. So Chelsea's lineup is Kepa in goal, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Luis, Alonso, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, Willian, Higuain and Hazard. Obviously, they don't have Hudson-Odoi at the moment. And on the bench, they've got Barkley, Pedro, Giroud, Loftus-Cheek, Christensen, Zabacosta and Caballero. I don't really rate Willian, so that doesn't worry me. Eden Hazard's a good player, I'll give him that. But, you know, Ashley Young does tend to play well against him. Who else? Their midfield, well, Kante's a good player, Jorginho's a good player, and Kovacic can be quite good, but this is the strength of having Herrera and Pogba. So I think we can win the midfield battle. I think defensively we should be okay. I think Luke Shaw will have no problems with Willian and should be able to bomb forward. Can we get chances to Lukaku? That's going to be the main thing. Look, Lukaku's a bad footballer. He is a bad footballer. I don't care if he scores a hat-trick or not today. He's still a bad footballer. But what I would say about Lukaku is if you give him chances in the box, everyone knows he's a bad footballer, but everyone knows if you give him chances in the box, he can score. And Rashford, at some point, has got to start for rewarding the faith that Ollie gives him, i.e. the bloody nickname and everything like that. So, yeah, I do rate Jorginho great banter. I really do. I think he's a good player. We need two wingers, Mark. Lingard and Mata are average, says Andrew Malloy. Look, the Mata thing, it worries me a little bit today because I think that Mata is 31 today, isn't he? He's lost a yard of pace and he wasn't the quickest anyway. I'm not a massive fan of Juan Mata, and sometimes it's like we're playing with 10 men when Mata plays. I love Juan Mata as an individual. I just don't think he's a top-level player anymore, and I hope I'm eating my words later on. It often feels like we're playing with 9 men with Lukaku and Rashford at the moment. So if you've got Mata doing that, it could really cause issues for our midfield. But the fullbacks have got to bomb forward today. The fullbacks have got to push forward. They've got to force Willian and Hazard back. I'm not worried about Higuain. I think Lindelof and Bailly should be able to deal with him. And Chelsea don't have a very good record. I mean, the scoreline that always comes to my mind when I think about Chelsea and Manchester United is at Old Trafford. It's 2-0 United. It's the standard result. I think we've done it a few times in recent years. So Burnley on the attack here. And Liverpool fans will be watching this, I tell you. Just keeping an eye on it. It's only 1-0 between Burnley and Manchester City. And City probably should have made it a lot more comfortable than it is. But there's still time for Burnley to get something here. And Liverpool fans will be praying. They'll be sucking it in. Were Youngie and Rashi, says Gucci Boy. Will Mata just sit on Jorginho like he did last time, says Jack Fawcett. I think he probably will. And if it works, we get 3 points. I mean, look... The harsh fact is we should not be in this race for top 4 because we've been a disgrace recently. But we've been handed this thing because the rest of the teams, including Chelsea and especially Arsenal, just have bottled it beyond levels I never expected. So we've got this opportunity. And the fact is, after today, we've got Cardiff and Huddersfield and Cardiff. Well, not only should we beat Cardiff and Huddersfield, but we should boost our goal difference by at least... we should be looking to beat both of them 3-0 at least. So, if we beat Chelsea today, we're not going to finish below Arsenal. They're out of it because we'll be above Arsenal if we beat Chelsea with those 2 games to go. So it's really about will it be us or will it be Chelsea for top 4 if we win today. So look, you can't have any more chances. If we don't win today and we draw or we lose, you can't have any sympathy with this set of players because they can't. How many more chances do they want? It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So we got to win it. And I think Ander Herrera is a massive, massive thing. I've said this before. When he started games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we win 90%. When he doesn't start, we only win 50%. Alex Marmon says, no sign of the Chuckle Brothers today, which is good. And Kevin Carmody says, Chelsea have Leicester away last game of the season. Hope they help us as long as we win all our games. Yeah, well, look. Ideally, I want us to win today and win well enough that it puts pressure on their goal difference. Like I say, if we could somehow beat them 2 or 3-0, I think that would be a big boost with Cardiff and Huddersfield to come, because then if we beat them well, we should be able to get a better goal difference than Chelsea. However, if if we won 1-0 and Chelsea's goal difference is way better than ours, and the reality is that I do think that that Leicester could get something out of Chelsea. We've got a new member of the United Stand Members Club. That's welcome to Gary Conway. And Farouk is using the new emoji. So yeah, if you become a member of the United Stand Members Club, you get a little badge next to your name, and the badge changes for each month that you're a member. So the first month, we've got the exclusive to commemorate the start of United Stand FC. You get the United Stand FC badge. Your name's in green. You get access to the community tab, which is on the homepage, but you also get access to the exclusive United Stand emojis. We keep adding new ones. We've added one today, which is Jelly Baby FC, which is what we've been calling United lately because they're absolutely spineless. So we've got the Jelly Babies, but hopefully we won't see that. And hopefully we'll be using the Jelly Baby in the second half when we're comfortable against Chelsea, and we can use it for Arsenal. So that's why we've brought the Jelly Baby thing in today, and a lot of people are using the Jelly Babies. But we've got Ollie at the wheel, we've got the Lube, we've got Lukaku's Timberlands, we've got all sorts of emojis. So click and join and become a United Stand member, get your little badge and access to the emojis. Gary Neville saying we should sign Tielemans. Thoughts, says Sal Bakari. I like Tielemans. I think he's a player that's been mentioned with Manchester United for a long time, but my understanding with Tielemans is that Leicester have got first refusal. He's on loan until the end of the season, and then they've got first refusal. So I don't actually think we will get him. I don't. But I think the thing about Tielemans is he's young, he's clearly the right sort of player, and he's now Premier League proven. And he's a player that's been linked with United for a long time. Welcome to Reece Russell, the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Onel Ray is using the Jelly Babies, which I really like that emoji. I think it looks cracking. I don't want to hear FFS today, says KA. Barella is a good player on Collie. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and get involved with the United Stand. Only 3 games left, but we don't shut down for the summer. Transfers are going to be ridiculously massive this summer. There's going to be so much talk because nobody's really got an idea. The only inside information I've got, and I take it with a pinch of salt, is that we're going to sign Meunier, Sancho, and who was the other player I said? I forget myself. I'm losing my marbles here. There's another player and it's gone out of my mind. Meunier, Sancho, and I forget who it was. It'll come back to me. But what Ollie said is quite interesting. If anybody didn't hear the comments from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from his press conference that were released last night, and welcome to Jamie Kay, who's the latest member of the club. He said that he wants to buy players that befit his personality and the club, which I think is spot on. We've been saying this a lot recently. United's squad is full of effort players who aren't good enough and players that are good enough who don't put enough effort in because we've bought badly. And Ollie said that. He said all these people who moan about the club not spending much money, we've spent loads of money and we will continue to do that. And I believe that will happen. But he said we're not going to sign players who are only coming to United because we'll pay them 20% more than anybody else. Clearly talking about Alexis Sanchez. So, encouraging things from Ollie. I just think this season has been ridiculous for United fans to digest. I don't think we deserve top 4, but if we get it, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. I can't believe we have this opportunity today to get top 4. I cannot believe what Arsenal have done over 3 games. It's hilarious. No points from 9, and that's given us a chance of getting top 4. Chelsea, if we beat them, we're level with them, and they've got to go to Leicester away, and we've got Cardiff and Huddersfield. So it's about winning this game today. I thought the last Sunday we were embarrassed against Everton. I thought against West Ham and Watford at home we were very lucky to get 6 points. Against Man City we were outclassed. There was no bounce back. So hopefully today we will. And when people talk about people like Paul Pogba, I think that he is very interesting in a game like this because we've got Ander Herrera. I'm so pleased to see Ander Herrera playing. The Bucket Nut fan says, in the United Stand, just got my United Stand jersey in. Top quality, Mark. Love the badge. I'm wearing it today. Yeah, remember you can get your United Stand clothing now. It's through the link in the video description. We've got United Stand FC kits, and then you've got your hoodies and your zip-up tops and your polo t-shirts and all that. So good to hear that you got it. I don't know where the furthest person is who's got a United Stand top now, but we had somebody from Singapore sending us a photo the other day as well. It's not Koulibaly, it's not Ndombele. I don't know, I've had a brain fart here. And welcome to Di Marino, who is our latest member of the United Stand Members Club. I said it on the show last night and I can't even bloody remember myself. I've been told we're getting Sancho, Meunier, and it's a midfielder and I can't think who it is, and it's not Ndombele, and it's not Partey, and it's not Barella. I can't think who it is. It's not Verratti. It's not a centre-back. I can't remember who it is. I'll have to read my own thing. Why not reading my super chats, Mark? You make me sad, says Pranav Kandawar. Sorry, mate, if it skipped through, I didn't see it. They normally flash up. Blake the third says, I want us to go for either Ndidi or Decore. Agree. Well, they're both Premier League proven, mate. I want us to go... Yeah, read that. Bruno Fernandes, yes. Back of the net, high five. Clunky Ice and username. Well done. And Punil Talwell and Will Lomez. These are the people who are watching the United Stand every show, you see. I can't do it all on my own. I can't remember. So yeah, I've been told by two different people, two different journalists, that we are going to sign Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho and Meunier. I personally don't think we'll get Jadon Sancho. I just got to say that. I'm going to say it right now. I don't think we're going to get him. But... We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that Bruno Fernandes is the one that is starting to sound very, very realistic. Very realistic is what I would say about that. My score prediction... Look, I've been giving it so much stick to Arsenal since they lost that I would be gutted if we lost today, but we're capable of doing anything. White Soda says, rumour De Gea swap for Cortez plus cash. Thoughts? Oh, I'd throw up. I don't want Mr. Giraffe Neck at Manchester United. I don't like Courtois. I've never liked him. I would be gutted if we signed him. I can't stand the guy. I would cry. De Gea, the world's best goalkeeper and most likeable goalkeeper, for Cortez, who is not as good, and I can't stand the guy. No, I would not like that at all. I would not like that at all. Is Fred getting the Mourinho treatment from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I don't understand why he is. I think Fred's been very consistent for us over the last few weeks. So I don't understand what he's done. Anyway, let's just have a quick look and see if we can find out some clarity on that. Ollie has realised Fred can't pass. Lingard does nothing. The vast majority, Phil Jones is injured. Somebody just says Ollie just chucks all the names into a hat. So no Smalling, no Lingard, no Fred, no Jones. Phil Jones, I think, might be injured, but Smalling, Lingard and Fred, not even on the bench, apparently all dropped. I agree. I don't know what you lot think. I think there is a level of extremity to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing with his team selections at the moment, because we seem to go from one extreme to another, whereby we had the scenario where Eric Bay's not been involved at all, and he plays in a massive game like this. And Matteo Darmian has not been involved at all, and he played in a game like Manchester City. So it is a little bit odd. It is a little bit odd, but I think Eric Bay should be playing. I do think Eric Bay should be playing. I'm not going to say anything different about that. I think that's the right decision to pick him, but. I mean, what's going on with Jesse Lingard is answers on a postcard, people. That's what I would say, answers on a postcard. But he has been shockingly bad at the moment. But what I'd also say about that is you drop Lingard, you drop Martial, but you keep picking Rashi. Oh, I hate. Who else? Put your hands up if you hate the word Rashi. I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I just hate the way he calls him Rashi. It really winds me up. Rashi. Oh, Rashi. Anyway, Man City are on the attack here. They might just kill this game off against Burnley. It's not, it's offside. But they're into stoppage time there. Liverpool fans will be begging it. Bit of quality street feel to the lineup today, says Robert Moore. So yeah, confirming the team for you. De Gea in goal. Bay and Lindelof centre-backs. Youngie is captain at right-back. Luke Shaw left-back. Pogba, Matic and Herrera back as a midfield three. And... Mata, Lukaku and Rashford. We think it's probably not a 4-3. We think Mata's probably playing as a number 10 with Lukaku and Rashford quite central. 4-4-2 diamonds, yeah, I would agree with that. But just interestingly enough, Burnley have got a free kick here and they've got an opportunity to just lob the ball into the box, and we're deep into stoppage time. So that would be quite interesting, I'm sure. If Burnley can scab a draw here, they would basically give Liverpool the league. So they're bringing Otamendi on literally for this free kick. But City should have won this game by at least 2-0. But They're hanging on in here a bit. They're hanging on a bit. They're parking the bus. We'll tell you what happens. And Axel Twansibi looks the absolute player, says Fraser. He's been fantastic for Aston Villa. I really hope he's got a future at Manchester United. I think he has been superb. Will Matic leave in the summer, Mark, says Jam Banjovi. No, I think he's here for ages. Right, let's have a look at what Burnley do. They normally just hang these sort of free kicks up, so I'll keep you updated. It could be a massive point. Where's Diego Dalot as well? Yeah, that's a good point. Where is Dalot? That's interesting. Dalot, Fred, Lingard, Smalling. And City have got it cleared. Lingard, Smalling. So, Herrera is our saviour, says Loud Steel. And if De Gea does leave, who's the best replacement, says Playground Rule? Well, Henderson's doing very well on loan for Sheffield United, isn't he? So, yeah. But... and Richard Duff's just said that he should be our new goalkeeper if anyone's going to go. Please do smash a like on the video, everybody. We want to get 2,000 likes before kick-off. It's a superstitious thing. And make sure you subscribe if you're new to the United Stand. I know some people still do turn up brand new and don't know what we're all about. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We've got fan cams, so Flex will be interviewing the fans after the game. I've got my match reaction. We'll be live with you all through the game, talking about what's going on. Transfer news all through the summer. All sorts going on. Absolutely all sorts going on. So there you go. Alexis Sanchez is on the bench with Matt. The bench is quite poor. Off the top of my head, the bench is Romero, Darmian, Rojo. Fuck knows why. McTominay, Pereira. Great depth in the midfield. And then Sanchez and Martial. So Martial's potentially the only decent substitute we've got. But no Fred in the squad, no Dalot in the squad, no Lingard in the squad, no Smalling in the squad. So probably all completely dropped, unless Ollie has clarified other. James Farnell says, Mark, can I buy one of your worn United Stand FC tops with your DNA on it? I've not actually sweating one yet. I'm going to do that next Saturday, so maybe I could give it away. Good job that Phil Jones is not playing, says Callum Ackroyd. Well, you know what? Eric Bailly back playing is ridiculous, isn't it? I'm very pleased about it because I like Eric Bailly, but we haven't seen him in ages. And here he is in the game against Chelsea, so I hope it works out. Wan-Bissaka has proven to be a reliable fullback, says Johnny Ellis. We're just about over in the City game, but it's not just done yet. Alexis Sanchez for Rashford, says Punit Talwell. Rojo but no Dalot is weird, says Lynn Hall. There's an erraticness to our team selections and our bench selections. I mean, Rojo's diabolical as a footballer and he's on the bench. Dalot is a 19-year-old who is going to make mistakes but has been ridiculously consistent for us in the time when we had loads of injuries. So, look, I don't know what's going on. The biggest one for me is, you can argue about all these players, but the biggest one for me is, why is Mason Greenwood not on the bench? Like, how can he not be on the bench? He is absolutely phenomenal on in the youth setup and in the reserves, and he's not playing he's not getting game time. He's not even getting on the bench. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it really is. So I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of team selections and what's going on with the team selections, but it's ridiculous, really, that Mason Greenwood doesn't get a look in, and I don't really understand why not. But this game, I'm just keeping an eye on the Burnley City game. We're well over 4 minutes added on now. Burnley are pushing forward. The ref's not decided to... Oh, he has. He's blown it up. So that is... I don't know. I think this title race is probably over for Manchester City. They've just beaten Burnley 1-0 away. However, that was close. And they've got Leicester at the Etihad next week. So I don't know what their last two games is, but it's looking like City will win the title, isn't it? I tell you what, we want to talk about United, but Liverpool, I mean, you try and keep a straight face because they're our biggest rivals and we don't want them to win the league. But they seem to get lured in every game, don't they? Like, it was 0-0 with United and City at half-time, and I think Liverpool fans were thinking, oh, maybe we're going to do it. And then they only beat Burnley 1-0. So for the whole game, you're thinking, can Burnley scab a win, a draw? But it's not going to happen, is it? They're going to get 97 points and not win the title, which they seem to think means that they should win a title from previous years, because that would normally win you the title. It doesn't. The team that finishes top wins the title, and 97 points probably won't be enough, but we'll see. CW Star says, admit it, Mark. Ollie is not the man. We're nowhere near at that point. Sebastian Anderson says, would you swap Lingard or Lukaku for Vardy? And also, could you explain what happens between Sir Alex and Keane? All the best, Mark. Would I swap Lukaku for Vardy? Yes. I think Lukaku is not good enough. But I think with Sir Alex Ferguson and Roy Keane, it was all to do with his exit from Manchester United. There was a couple of discussions, I think, between them, and Roy Keane felt that Sir Alex Ferguson didn't have his back, and they're both very stubborn men, and they don't get on now, which is a shame. Real shame. I want Liverpool to win. So poor thing, they have not won since I don't know when, says Dean M. Not many United fans would say they want Liverpool to win. I think Liverpool could struggle against Newcastle, says Mark G. I was... I'm not going to read your comment out, Wes. And... Intain says, Mark, your videos are more consistent than Lukaku running. Mark Goldbridge for life. Thanks, pal. Bring back Valencia and drop Youngie, says Alfred. And I'd swap Lingard for Maddison. Says, I tell you what, I think Maddison's a fantastic player. I really do. And I tell you who's a fantastic left back, and I think he'll end up at Man City next year. Ben Chilwell's fantastic. Now, unfortunately, we've got a left back that I'm happy with in Luke Shaw. I know some of you would say, I'd get rid of Shaw for Chilwell. It's not going to happen. We've got too many other areas to resolve. But I think he's fantastic, Ben Chilwell. Really, really good player. Leicester have been a bit of a sleeping giant because their previous manager, Poyal, was quite defensive and Rodgers isn't. But they're 1-11. Leicester have got a good team. Opinion on Arsenal and DT, says Infinity Gaming. Look, we got to wait till full time before we blast them. But what I would say about Arsenal, and especially DT, is he can't stop his gob running. When Arsenal are winning games, he's yap, like an annoying little chihuahua. When Arsenal lose games, he gets his flip-flops on and starts yapping about Arsenal. There is no in-between with that guy. He's got no karma. He's got no platform of... I can accept this, I can accept that. When they're winning, they're the best team in the world. When they're losing, get the manager out and get the players out. He's a bloody flip-flop, that guy. But we've got to be careful because if we don't win today, we're still below them. So that's we've got to be careful about that, really. But what I would say is I think Arsenal are doing their very level best to out-banter us. I think last Sunday after the Everton game, I said, forget Arsenal, we're Banter FC, we're Pampers FC, we're Jelly Babies FC, and... I never expected Arsenal to take no points from 3 games against Palace, Wolves and Leicester. I know they're crap away from home, but God, they've taken no points and they really should have been finishing above us. So we've got a massive opportunity today and we've got to take it. Talking about Jelly Babies FC, we got the Jelly Babies emoji. We got the flip-flop emoji, which is what White Soda and Shisha Sandeep have just put up there. So we've got the new Jelly Babies emoji for you today. Loads of other emojis. If we've got some members in there, throw them up there. All you got to do is join the United Stand Members Club. You'll get a badge next to your name. Your name will be in green. You get a little United Stand FC badge next to your name, which will change every month all the way through to the Platinum 3-star badge. And you get access to our emojis, and you get access to the community tab on the homepage where we put up some polls and stuff like that. So if you want to be part of the United Stand Members Club, you can do that by clicking the join button. We've had a super chat from Reese Russell. He says, I have respect for Ollie, but he lacks the decision making that is needed. He uses players that don't deserve to wear the United shirt. Bring in the youth. I don't think many people disagree with you on that one, to be honest with you. I don't think they do at all. Anyway, I'm going to see if we can get old Grumpy Arse on now and see what you never know with Marcus. You never know whether he's going to be ridiculously positive or ridiculously negative. So we'll see what he's got to say. But what are your score predictions, everybody? Let me know in the live comments. Mark, would you swap Young with Darmian, says Ashvin? Probably. Yeah, I might do. Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Hi, bud. How you doing? Afternoon, everyone.
I'm all right. You?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too
bad.
Excited.
How you feeling about the game?
I'm in two minds, actually. I don't think this team's shown enough over the last couple of games to make me think that we're going to do anything today. But I think you've got to trust the boys. You've got to trust the manager, and hopefully, our record at Old Trafford against Chelsea comes into play today, and we pick up the 3 points.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity after what's happened with Arsenal.
Yes.
Losing today. I mean, to be honest, I think Leicester are a good team, and but I thought Arsenal might get something out of it, and I think the referee helped. But really, I didn't expect them to take no points from 9, especially that home game against Palace. To lose that, it's really opens the door for us today. Whereby if we win, we will be joint 4th with Chelsea. I don't think we'll beat them enough to beat their goal difference, but it's a massive opportunity, and we've sat and watched the game with everybody else the last couple of games, and you could argue that we don't deserve to be in this position, but ultimately, if there's teams shitter than us, you are where you are. I think we all know that United need a massive kick up the arse, and there are some United fans saying, look, if we scrape top 4, the board will just go, well, we've got what we wanted, and they won't spend much money, whereas if we end up in the Europa League embarrassed, they'll have to spend money. I don't know whether it'll work out like that, but I think, look, ultimately I'd rather be in the Champions League than the Europa League.
Well, yeah, of course we would. I think, the Champions League is the creme de la creme, isn't it, really? I mean, of the club football. So we all want to be in the Champions League, of course we do. We don't want to be watching the Thursday night Emmerdale Cup, as you say. But, we've got to go out and win this football match first. And I think Ollie's said it exactly right. We have to win today. That's it. There's no ifs and buts. Only 3 points is going to do. No matter how well we perform or how badly we perform, we've got to win the game. It's as simple as that. But you're right. I mean, you never have thought that these teams battling for 3rd and 4th would be dropping points left, right, and centre. But it's not in our hands, so to speak. But we just got to concentrate on ourselves. We've got to go out there, get the 3 points, and hopefully the boys can do it today.
I've just had a personal message from Junkie Biscuit telling me why Rashford's called Rashy. I had figured it out that it was because it's his nickname, because his name's Rashford and you can short it to Rashy. I've got no problem with that being his nickname. I just have a problem with the manager of Manchester United constantly saying in press conferences and calling him Rashy. I grew up with the greatest manager there's ever been, which is Sir Alex Ferguson, and he used to call Scholesy and Giggsy, but those were players that had done a lot of things in a United shirt before he started calling him that. He didn't call them Scholesy and Giggsy when they burst on the scene as youngsters. So I think Rashford should not be referred to as Rashy. He should be referred to as Marcus, because he hasn't done enough in the United shirt yet for me, and I find it a bit... To be honest with you, there's a lot of people annoyed today, and thanks for the contribution, PS4. There's a lot of people today that are very disappointed that Rashford's actually starting, because they're saying, well, Lingard and Fred and Delot have been dropped completely from the squad, and yet Rashy starts again. And look, I like Rashford. Martial and Rashford are my 2 favourite players, because they're, they're not doing it at the moment, but they're talented young players. I do like them. But they deserve criticism at the moment, and Rashford is one of those players that if he doesn't perform today, I mean, I really don't know what you do with him.
No, there's not. I don't think there's any options available to Ollie at the minute, and until the summer, till we bring some people in. There's no competition for places, so the form that these players are in, the Lingards, the Martials, the Rashfords, Matic, you've just got to put up with it. You've got to grin and bear it, because there is no one else really to put in there. You could argue you chuck a couple of the youngsters in, like Greenwood and Chong, but do you really want to chuck them in at this stage of the season when there's so much at stake? I think you could arguably get away with putting one of them in and one on the bench, but I think to make wholesale changes like that, drastic wholesale changes, is not the way to go for me, I'm afraid.
It's interesting as well, because we talk about Rashford, but I would say that the same thing about Lukaku. I mean, what's Lukaku done to start today? I mean, he has been diabolical. All I ever see on social media are little compilation clips of him. And he's like a bloody trampoline. He's a trampoline, he's a brick wall, he's just terrible. So again, there's a few players today that you're just hoping can put in a performance. Robert Moore says, why is Young undroppable, not fit to wear the shirt? You know what, Robert, and I'm sure a lot of people in the live comments will agree, when it comes to Ashley Young, you may as well save your blood pressure and just not think about it. He will be picked every game. He will wear the captain's armband every game. He shouldn't even be allowed into Manchester. He's absolutely terrible. But you know what will probably happen with Young today? He'll pocket Hazard, and everyone will be like, oh, Hazard, Young's brilliant. And he probably will pocket Hazard. And everyone will forget how crap he's been for 3 months, because that's the nature of the modern flip-flop fan. But I agree, Ashley Young's absolutely disgraceful. But Delot's the one who misses out on the whole matchday squad. It's a joke. Reece Russell says, everything that was said absolutely spot on. Can you kindly ask who he would sign in the summer and who he would sell? I don't know who I'm meant to be asking, Reece Russell. So I'll ask Marcus. And Alex says, hey Mark, don't you think Darmian should be given more starts? I personally think that he can be decent. No, get rid of him. Get rid of him. He's not the future, and he's not been playing enough for the last 2 years. We need to get rid of him. I'll ask you that question then, Marcus. Who would you get rid of in the summer, and who would you bring in? Have you got any thoughts?
Well, do you know what? I think there's a good 8 to 10 players you get rid of. You look at the likes of Phil Jones, definitely. Ashley Young, Valencia, Darmian, Rojo. Matic, I would get rid of. Lukaku, I would get rid of. Alexis Sanchez would go. I would possibly even contemplate chucking Lingard on that list as well. I mean, that's 9 players there just off the top of my head, and it probably goes deeper than that as well. But you look at the players today. I was watching that Leicester and Arsenal game, and the players there absolutely fighting tooth and nail for every second ball, committed to every tackle. I thought that Tillemans lad had a great game. Maguire, I thought, was solid at the back. Chilwell as well at left back. I think the Leicester team, the Leicester work ethic is absolutely fantastic, and the way they fight for their managers is absolutely brilliant. And but yeah, I think there's some good young talent out there across Europe, and I think if we can get ahead of the game and pick them up, before anyone else wants to go in for them, then I think we possibly have a good chance.
Apparently I've got a bit of a bogey, so I'm just going to go and get a tissue. I am over this cold, but I've still got a runny nose. I think it's now turned into hay fever. So I'll literally be 10 seconds, Marcus. I'm just going to leave you on the floor.
Right. Yeah, no worries. But, so how are we feeling today then, guys? Are we all confident? Are we not confident? I mean, what are we all thinking about? So look, Ali Sahal says Lingy. Yeah, another nickname. Solskjaer and Feely says Colin. We should have kept Evans, says Michael. No, not that far. They want the top 6 money. Once they get it, they stop fighting, says Moana. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, that's a good point as well. I mean, the money that's in play as well with these players. Hi, Dylan, you're right. All right, Reece. That was exactly what I thought you were saying. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Hiya, Phil. Marcus says Tayeb. I hope I said your name right. Trading cards, how you doing? George Carl says must win, not confident at all. Well, this is the thing. The team that's been out there for the last, let's say, probably about 5 or 6 weeks, they've not really put in any sort of performance whatsoever, in my opinion. I think the reaction that we got from Manchester City wasn't the reaction I was looking for. And especially after we go a goal down, heads drop again. But hopefully that doesn't start today.
I'm back again now.
Yeah, Mike, all right, yeah.
This is it, the big one. I'm glad the United stand is here, and we're standing United today, says Matt Wend. I must say, I don't know how anybody else feels. I always try to be honest, and I must say, I all afternoon I've been really excited because Arsenal lost, and you start to think about, what a great opportunity we've got. We can get top 4 again, and that's the bottom line, and that's all we want, and this is it. And then, game time comes, and it just sort of irritates me a little bit because I think, well, I'm so pissed off with this team. I'm so pissed off with it.
Yeah.
Manolas and Alderweireld have release clause for 32 and 25 million each, or 150 million for Koulibaly, says Sheridan Podder. Look, I ain't bothered about the money. I'll go for Koulibaly because he's way better than those two. And welcome to Matteo S., the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Remember, you can join the Members Club. Just click join or go through the link in the video description, and you get access. You get your little badge next to your name when you're commenting, and that happens on live comments and normal comments. Plus, you get access to all the emojis. We've got the new Jelly Babies FC today. We got Jelly Babies FC, Marcus, because we've been calling United Jelly Babies FC. They've been irritating us a lot. But I'm hoping we're going to be comfortably 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, and then we can just use the Jelly Baby emoji to take the piss out of Arsenal. So it works both ways today. Hopefully we won't be using it against us. But going back to what I was saying there, I must admit I want to win. I want to win these last few games. Then I want to get the summer on, and I want to see what United are going to do in the summer. I want to see whether Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to improve this team with a full summer and a full pre-season. I want to see what players he's going to get rid of. I want to see what players he's keeping. I want to see all these things, and I want to get in the Champions League. But if United win today, does it change anything? No, I don't trust this team. I don't trust these players. I think they've betrayed the trust of people for a very, very long time, and I must admit, look, I hope they put in a performance today, but it won't change a lot for me. This is a big, big problem that Ollie needs to resolve at Manchester United.
Yeah, I just think, if the lads, we spoke about it against the on the derby the other day, but I think if the lads put in a performance today, it just goes to show us fans how they can quite simply turn it on and off as a team, and I don't think that's right. Some of these players, obviously Ollie spoke about that he's determined to be successful at this club, and some of those players are not going to share that journey with him. But I believe in Solskjaer. We've got someone in charge who knows the club inside and out, knows the traditions of the club, know what the club has been built on throughout the years, and I think it's a good appointment. I think he just needs time. He needs to be backed in the summers, and he's got to make sure that he gets his targets. We can't get the second best targets. We've got to get the ones that we want, and hopefully Woodward can do that over the summer.
Robert Moore makes a good point. He says, another thing to remember is how easy it's going to be to find potential buyers for the dross we need to get rid of. And I think this is part of the issue, isn't it, that we're talking about today. I think today's team lineup, which is on my left if you've joined us a little bit late, and the bench, which is Romero, Rojo, Darmian, McTominay, Pereira, Sanchez and Martial. So you've got no Greenwood. Lingard's been completely dropped. Fred's been completely dropped. Smalling's been completely dropped. Delo has been completely dropped. And I think if you'd said to me 2 or 3 weeks ago he's going to completely drop Smalling and Delo and Fred, I would have been very surprised because they were quite consistent players. So there is a confusion at Manchester United at the moment because we want the attitude of, if you piss about, I'm going to drop you, etc. We want new players to come in through the door. But you keep seeing this rotation that doesn't make sense. Like, I thought Lukaku was one of the players we were kicking out because he's been gobbing off about going to Italy, but he starts today. I thought Rojo had his last chance because he was absolutely shit the last game we started him, but he's on the bench today. I thought Darmian was gone, but then he started the other day and then he's on the bench today. I thought Smalling was a player we really liked, and then he's completely dropped. Delo's a 19-year-old who's obviously going to make mistakes, completely dropped. Ashley Young is consistently shit and starts again with the captain's armband. Yeah. I don't know what Ollie's plans are in the summer, and I suppose that makes it even more exciting because the minute you think you've figured it out, the minute you see odd team selections and odd bench selections and odd droppings. So. Look, we'll see how it goes today, but you know what? I'll be absolutely honest with you. I see those United players jogging up and down, smiling, and I feel like going fuck off. I really do. That's how irritated I am. And some people would say, "Oh my, you can't say that about your own players," and I can because I support Manchester United, and I'm pissed off with these players. I absolutely feel like that about loads of them. I see them smiling and doing this, that, and the other, and I'm not one of those fans who queues up outside the ground or at the latest event to get their autograph. They can kiss my arse. I ain't bothered about their autograph. They're just footballers. All I'm bothered is what they're doing in a United shirt. And at the moment, they vastly irritate me because this is one game today. We should not have a chance for top 4. It's nothing we've done. We've fucked it up. We've messed it up. Yeah. Everton, Man City, all the other games recently, we've thrown top 4 away. It's only because there's another team shitter than us that we've got a chance, and that's Arsenal. So they're all smiling and doing this, that, and the other again, and I feel like going, up yours, you bloody lazy piece of shit, because that's how irritated I am at the moment. And I hope today we see a reaction, but today is only one game. Like, if you take it in as a week, Man City was embarrassing, Everton was embarrassing. So even if we win today, that's one game from 3 that we've turned up in. So the rebuild needs to be big in the summer for me.
Yeah, definitely. And this goes. It's all laying at the floor at Ed Woodward's. I'm afraid he's got to really, if he believes in Ollie and he believes in what he's trying to do, and the Glazers are behind this club, then they have to spend more money, probably this summer, than what they've spent in any summer previous. So you're talking, the value of the market at the minute. You're talking 110 million for Koulibaly. You're talking 100 million for Sancho. That's only 2 players, and we know that this team needs at least 5, 6, possibly even 7 decent, top quality players in this side. So it's got to be a mega amount of money spent this season. And of course, if the Glazers don't want to put their hand in the pocket, then they've got to cash in on one of the assets that they've got. And the only one you
I'm
can really
talking
cash
about
in
scripting, and
on
then
is
go
Pogba.
straight up the other end.
You know,
goal
whether you
decision
want him
system.
to or not,
Shove your
he's
GDS
the only one that's worth any
right up
real
your
value
arse. Of
in
course,
this team at
it's
the
not
minute.
over the line. It's not totally over the line. That's
hear
not
that?
a goal. Look at the white
I can
bit.
hear you, yeah.
Look at the white bit. That ball, that's a goal.
I'll tell you what, I'm just looking, if someone's on Twitter, just look at my Twitter, at Mark Goldbridge. Somebody's done a video of Aguero's goal, where it goes over the line, but they've dubbed my FIFA audio on it. When I was playing FIFA, and I was like, it's not over the line. It's not over the line. It's over the line. So somebody's done a video of that, so it makes me laugh. But what you're saying there is absolutely spot on. And in relation to Woodward, I mean, Ollie's come out and said that we have spent a lot of money. I think we need to spend more money, and I think Ollie is right. You know, United have spent a lot of money over the last 6 years, but they've spent it very, very badly. Reece Russell says, I think our best decision is when we go to the pre-season tour, we put the players through their paces. No excuse for laziness next year. Yeah, you know what? Thank you for that live comment, because it's made me think of something that Marcus was on about there. With regards to players in the summer, this is what I was trying to say. I back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I hope he's going to work, etc., etc., blah-de-blah. But I can't guarantee it's going to work. He could be absolutely shit. You know, some of these recent team selections that are odd could be what we've got for the next 2 years, and then he gets the sack. I don't know. Or in the summer, he might clear house and get rid of the players we want to get rid of and bring the players we want to get in, and we build something. And I'm hoping that's going to happen. But there is no guarantee that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not another manager who is going to have an infatuation with the wrong sort of player, i.e. Youngie, and is not going to appreciate the sort of players that we think that we should. I don't know the future. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be an absolute disaster. He could be. But he's got to be backed. He's got to be backed this summer. And then, you know, I've said it many times to Marcus that he's got to be backed this summer. And then he's got, I suppose in many ways, we've got to give him enough rope to either bungee jump down and nick a Premier League title or snap it. You know, give him the rope to do what he needs to do. And if he fails, he fails. But if he does, he can't not be given enough rope to do what he needs to do.
No, he can't. Most definitely not. The only thing that would worry me is the fact that, you know, Mourinho was notorious for saying that he was happy with 4 players he wanted to bring in. Then it went down to 3. Then it went down to 1. You know, I'll be happy if I just get 1 player through the door. So it makes me think that if they don't back the most successful manager in modern day football at the minute, why would they back an inexperienced manager now? That is the only problem that I have. Would they trust him with hundreds of millions of pounds to spend on players? And, you know, the issue there for me as well will be that if Mike Phelan gets the director of football job, I think that would be an absolute shambles.
I've heard this. I've heard Paul Scholes is coming back. I've heard Mike Phelan, Darren Fletcher. I don't agree with any of this. I think it's like it's like a nostalgic dream about your old girlfriend, isn't it, or something like that. It's like, you know, it's left in leave it in fantasy world. It's not reality.
No, they're trying to build the club back in with the old boys, and it's very similar to the situation of what Solskjaer's doing as a manager, picking the old boys because he's friends with them. And I think the Glazers are pointing these, you know, the Phelans or Paul Scholes or the Darren Fletchers. I think it just buys them more time because it shows the fans that they're trying to get the traditions back inside the club. But, you know, us fans, we're not stupid. We see through it all. The majority of us don't want Mike Phelan as director of football. What's his CV in terms of that job? Absolutely nothing. He's an assistant manager.
He's a good assistant manager.
Yeah. You know, what's Scholes? What's Fletcher? You know, they got no experience in this. If we need to get back to the top, we need someone as a director of football who knows what they're doing. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. I agree. Andrew Rossi's made a super chat. Thank you, Andrew. He says, I can't disagree with you, Mark. It's so hard to understand how the squad can play so well and then just go to hell the very next week. Yeah. You can't trust this team. Somebody just said how long until kickoff? 7 minutes. Can't wait. I'm really excited about this game. I was very excited about the Man City game. I was very excited about the Everton game. So excitement doesn't guarantee a performance. But look, all I'm going to say is my match reaction, the fan cams, your tweets, whatever, should absolutely be furious if we do not win this game. You cannot. We should not be in a position today where we can get top four. For what we've done recently, we do not deserve it. We're only in with a chance because Arsenal are crapper than us, and that's what it is. And we've been given an absolute get-out-of-jail card. If we don't grab it today, I mean, let's not forget, this is at Old Trafford as well, as was the derby. You know, we have got to produce today. And if we don't, then he almost may as well play the youth for the last 2 games of the season. I wouldn't trust any of these players ever again if they can't. I mean, we've not spoken about the Belgian Nathan Redmond. He's my nemesis, really. He gets a lot of stick from me, but
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I ain't worried about him. Youngie will put him in his pocket, guaranteed.
Well, do you know what? I mean, some people rate him, some people don't. He's on his day. He's a pretty decent player if he turns up, and he's always a danger no matter what. I mean, I saw him against Burnley, and he was controlling the game for me. Hazard, everything was going through him when Chelsea drew that game. So,
I can't believe they wear tracksuits with Carabao Cup finalists on them. I can't believe it. What a banter club. Carabao Cup finalists. What? You didn't even... It's a shit cup and you didn't win it, and you've put it on your bloody T-shirts. Oh, God. That tracksuit would be quite nice without that on it. You've just made it worthless. Wouldn't wipe my arse on it. Carabao Cup finalists on Chelsea's tracksuit top. Like it's something to be proud of. Bloody hell, I thought Arsenal were banter FC. Maybe Chelsea are. Anyway, Van der Sar and Paul Mitchell would make our club a well-run machine, says Reece Russell in relation to the director of football. Would you agree on that, Goldbridge and Marcus? I do. I think that, for me, Marcus, fits in with what you were saying there. I don't care about their background, whether they've, bled for Manchester United, been to Manchester United, whatever. I just want people who are actually the best at what they do.
Yeah, definitely. And I think for me, the one that stands out for me is Van der Sar. I mean, you look at what he's done at Ajax with the young lads and stuff like that, and his experience in it. I think Van der Sar for me would be the one as an added bonus. He played for us, he knows what it's all about at Manchester United. He knows the traditions of the club, bringing the young kids through and things like that. So for me, it would be Van der Sar.
So good when we're looking at these players. I mean, I don't like all this bloody fucking handshakes and this bollocks. Piss off. Look at Matic. It's the quickest he's moved all fucking season, giving people handshakes. But no, seriously, it's so good to see Ander Herrera back. So good because he's the one player with Lindelof and Shaw that I trust. All right, they might not have a great game, but they'll give 100%, and we've been lacking that. Tim Liddon says Arashi is a warn when surfing to stop rashers. All right, there you go. Thanks, Tim. There we go. Goldbridge for technical director, says Calamity. I'm too busy with United Stand FC. I'm not available. I've got too much on my plate with that. I've got to somehow try and play 45 minutes next week. And Marcus is going to be holding the clipboard and shouting at me, I think. So,
I will be, yeah.
But yeah, I've got too much on my plate with United Stand. I'm not interested in United. They'd have to pay me more than they would ever pay me. So, Bay the red-headed elephant, says Mo.
I was just going to say, has he got ginger hair today? Because it doesn't suit him. But
it's, is this... I'm a big fan of Eric Bay, but is this not, again, part of the problem in the United dressing room? All this bloody messing around with your hair. He's somebody who likes to dance, isn't he? And look, maybe it's totally unfair, because I know a lot of people like all the dancing and that, and when you're winning, it's absolutely great. But what we know is that United dressing room lacks leadership. It lacks respect for the shirt, and Bay's not been involved for ages, and then he's playing today, but I don't know. A lot of people saying actually they like the handshakes because it's all about sportsmanship. Yeah, I wouldn't shake anybody's hand.
Yeah,
I won't be doing it next week either.
I think with Mata and Matic as well, they're ex-Chelsea boys, aren't they? So I think you can excuse them for that. But the rest of the players, I like to think that while they're in the tunnel, just looking ahead and...
well, Gary Neville and Roy Keane never did it, did they? So...
No, yeah. I mean, you like to keep your focus on the game. This is a massive game. Make no mistake about it. And I think providing it's not a draw, whoever wins this game will probably have top four nailed on, to be honest. I think it'll definitely count Arsenal out of the race if there's a win for either team today. So I think a lot at stake here, not just for us, but for Chelsea and Arsenal as well.
I said that before, actually. I don't think you were live with me at the time. I said that the interesting thing is, if we win today, we will put Arsenal into 6th. And but on top of that, we will finish above. Well, we should finish above Arsenal. If we beat Chelsea, we should finish above Arsenal because we would be above them, and we've got Cardiff and Huddersfield. So, realistically, they won't be able to catch us. And then it would be all about the goal difference for Chelsea if we can beat their goal difference.
Yeah, but I mean, if Arsenal win the Europa League, then they're in the Champions League, aren't they? So,
yes, yeah. Arsenal don't look like they'll bloody win anything at the moment, though. They look absolutely shit. So.
No, yeah, they don't. They don't. But you never know in football, do you? I mean, it's if either team wins today, then I think Emery knows that unless they win the Europa League, they'll be in the Europa League next season, no matter what. So a lot at stake for all three teams, possibly even Spurs as well. I mean, Spurs dropping points yesterday to West Ham as well. Third place, possibly still up to grabs.
Yeah, because I don't know how it works, because Arsenal clearly probably not going to finish in the top four now, but they could win the Europa League, which gives them a Champions League spot. I think the only concern then would be, the only reason you'd finish, the live comments are brilliant at this, the only reason we would not be in the top four, the only reason we could finish fourth and not get Champions League next year is if Arsenal finish sixth and win the Europa League, and Spurs finish fifth and win the Champions League. I think as long as Spurs are in the top four, and Liverpool are in the top four, we're fine. Because I think that's right.
That's a bit weird. Chelsea win the coin toss and they wanted to swap ends. I've not seen that at Old Trafford this season.
I think they wanted to attack the Stretford end second half, first half, yeah.
Yeah, but bit of a strange one, but we're going to be kicking off any second.
Yes, I shall start the timer.
In
fact, we're up, and Juan Mata kicks it off. So, come on, let's see if United can start a game well for once. Reece Russell says Marcus would sort our transfers out because he uses his brain. Woodward should listen to the fans more than his employers. Well, we've said that for many a time, haven't we?
That's one of the nicest comments I've ever had. But, Rashford out on the right-hand side. I think that was... I actually thought we might have gone with a diamond today and played Alexis in behind as the number 10.
I think we will play a diamond. Well, we'll have to see what happens in the first few minutes, because although my lineup's a 4-3-3, that's only because I've changed some of the players. I was predicting we were going to play a 4-3-3 with Lingard and Martial and Rashford as a front three. I think Mata might tuck in because Rashford is playing on the right-hand side of the attack at the moment. So it looks like we are playing a 4-4-2 with a diamond 4.
Diamond, yeah. Matic is trying to man-mark Hazard.
Simmons says that we don't have the right to be confident, Marcus. Well, let's see what happens.
No, I totally agree with that. I think, looking at, what are we, like 8 losses in 10 now, I think, after the City game, or was it 7 in 9? So, no, we don't have any right to feel confident at all, but I think we've got to get behind the boys. I'm not confident we'll win. I'm actually thinking this is going to be a draw today.
Yeah, I think I went with a draw, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-1 because I think if Chelsea get the first goal, I think the United's heads are going to drop again, and they may just scrape getting an equaliser. But Chelsea have started off well here.
I tell you what, Ander Herrera to me doesn't look like he's moving around that well.
He doesn't look. I wondered actually how fit he was.
Yeah.
To be starting this game. I don't think he'll last the 90 minutes.
He doesn't look anywhere near. Like, he's missed a couple of tackles and he looks a yard off his normal pace, and you just wonder if he's got himself back too quick. But Chelsea here, good cross in from Hazard, good block by Luke Shaw. But you know what, Chelsea, I mean, actually, look below me. There's your last 6 fixtures for both teams. So Chelsea have won 3, lost 2 and drawn 1. But you look at United's, we've won 2, and we were lucky in both those games because it was the Watford and West Ham games at home. We lost 4. And if we lost today, that would be lost 5 out of the last 6 Premier League games. So it is interesting. It is interesting with United and how we're doing at the moment. But Chelsea themselves, what did they do? Drew to Burnley at home, didn't they, on Monday night? So,
you know what? Chelsea got a free kick here out on our right hand side, and United's line is on the edge of the box. Just seeing Pogba there organising that line.
It's got to be a foul on Matic.
Yeah, I would have thought so, but yeah, good organisation there by Pogba, getting that line right. So, free kick to United in the
Tom
Hell
Keane
yeah.
says 2 minutes in and you're questioning Herrera. Yeah, mate, it's called using your eyes. Herrera's one of our better players. Here's Lukaku. He's got. Oh, get the shot away. Come on.
Oh, too long.
Too bloody long. You had an open goal on your right foot and you turned back off it. Oh, get your thumb down, you shit. Fucking thumb up. Thumb up your arse. Stick it up your arse.
Great
Cracking ball by
spot
Luke
that
Shaw.
was. Yeah, Lukaku takes it well on his left.
It's when it's on his right he should hit it. He's got it on his right. Anyway, it's a corner.
Corner to Mata. Let's see what he can do. Good ball in. Oh, no, headed clear.
I'd like to see that Lukaku chance again, to be honest. No, what I was saying about Herrera is, Herrera is one of my favourite players. But he doesn't look fit. Maybe he'll grow into the game, because it could all just be about that. But here, let's watch it again here. So Lukaku's through 1-on-1. He's got it on his left foot. Turns it onto his right. That's when he should hit it for me. He goes back onto his left again. When he turns it onto his right, he's got a chance to shoot, and he doesn't take it.
You know, even when he brings that ball down on his left foot, it did sit up quite nicely there to hit straight away.
Well, that's one of the fundamentals of being a striker. If anybody is a striker, they'll know. It's like hit it quick. If you can hit it quick, hit it quick, because the keeper can't set themselves. The more touches you take, the more chance the keeper gets to sort their angles out, etc. But it was a good ball by Luke Shaw, and it's good that we've stretched them, which is also a positive.
Looks like Kante is going to be shadowing Pogba in the early stages here. Whenever Pogba gets the ball, Kante's straight on him.
Yeah, Rashford's just laid it into Lukaku here. Turn back and give someone the ball. Turn around. Stop with the bloody... Yeah, that's it.
Into Rashford. Rashford
got the worst step over since Phil Neville, Lukaku.
He looks like he's going to fall over his feet, doesn't he?
It's like a lorry skidding round a pond. It's just so... It doesn't look natural. So here's Rashford.
Great bit of turn by Rashford there. And again, lays it off Mata.
Someone just have a shot, bloody hell.
Come on.
Well, this is good from United because we've actually started off in the first 5 minutes at a high tempo. Should have passed to Rashi, says Greg Hempsel. But it's a quick game, and I think that's... You've got to get this crowd going. So many United games, we start off slowly and you know, allow the other team to get at us. But at the moment, the tempo's really quick, so it's good. I agree with Toronto United. It's good. That's fine. Sorry, it's going to be a goal kick. But there's a good tempo to the game.
There is. There's an awful lot of space down our left-hand side. Kante's getting down there with who's the right side? Is it Aspilicueta on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Luke Shaw maybe should have gone to the ball, not stand off him and allow him to cross.
I like the urgency to the game. Lynn Hall was just on about that. I do like the fact that there's a bit of urgency in there, and
Mata's got it here. Lukaku's looking for that run. Lukaku keeps coming out to this wide right position. He's allowing Mata to tiptoe into the box along with Rashford. Oh, Lukaku just lobbed it in there. Oh my God!
Fell over. Lukaku literally under nobody at all falls over with the ball at his feet. The live comments is going to go mad. Clappers on each seat at Old Trafford to increase the noise, says White Soda. Seriously, we wouldn't do that, surely.
Oh, so Luke Shaw, good tackle there on Kante. He was outnumbered if that ball had been played properly.
Yeah, that Lukaku slip will be a meme very, very quickly. How to fall on your arse under no pressure at all. Timberland emoji gets in there, Matty OS. Remember, if you want to get access to the emojis on the match days, just join us. Join the Manchester United Stand Members Club.
Yeah.
The little join button, or you can go through the link in the video description. Chelsea didn't kick off, Kent. We kicked off. They swapped sides. So they won the toss, but they chose to change sides. So we're attacking the Stretford end in the first half. Which doesn't normally happen, Marcus, you're right. Teams don't normally do that, do they? But they obviously felt it was an advantage for us. Come on, United! Come on! That's
our ball, yeah.
We've all got to do this to ourselves. I think we're also... I said this before the game. They irritate me so much, United, at the moment. The players and everything. But the reality is, this is a massive opportunity. We've got to get up for it. Everybody's got to get up for it. The players, the fans. You know, we've been in the mire. We've been, treated like shit by these players, and I know we don't trust them, but we've got to get behind them. We've got to win this game. It's about the badge on the shirt, not the name on the back.
Herrera's seen a little bit of the ball now, allowing to spray those passes out to the right hand side. But Ashley Young, what can he do with it? That's the thing. Trying to take on Alonso.
Well, Matt has seen a lot of the ball, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Matters. I think it is definitely a diamond in that midfield, Mark. Matters playing as the number 10.
Well, they're just trying to suffocate Jorginho, aren't they? Because he's like the quarterback for Chelsea. Reece Russell says, and I thought Gerrard slipping was brilliant. Lukaku tops the cake. Lukaku is giving me a headache and heartburn, says AJ Malone. All Lukaku needs to do is get the ball, stop doing little step overs, stop putting his thumb in the air, get the ball, lay it off, get in the box. Because if you give Lukaku the ball in the box, that's what he's about. But you don't want him on the wing, and you don't want him as part of the build-up play.
Straight away, as soon as Pogba gets that
ball,
the
midfield looks a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell the one-touch pass in there between Mata and Herrera. They're on the same page. It's good. As soon as Pogba gets the ball on the left, he's being double-teamed on, which is allowing the space for Herrera to get forward a little bit more. But United picking up all the 50-50s at the minute.
Yeah.
Pogba into Lukaku. Lukaku, come on, get rid of it. There we go. Luke Shaw. Ball across. Ooh.
White Soda, look on Sports Bible Insta and you'll see the clappers. We shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be putting clappers on the seats. So yeah, good start. 10 minutes. I like the tempo. I think so many times you watch United and it's a slow start, especially at Old Trafford. So it's good to see a high tempo to it. I mean, it's a cup final, isn't it? I mean, for anybody who's been living under a rock for the last few hours, Arsenal have lost 3 games in a row. If we win, we go above them. And if we win, we go level on Chelsea with 2 games to go in 4th place. And it's game on. So and remember, Chelsea have got to go to Leicester. Good running by Pogba down the left. Should get a foul for that.
Foul. Yeah,
the ball stayed on.
He's kept it in. Has he blown it? Yeah.
Martin Atkinson. He's always seems to be the ref for Chelsea United. He better not do his normal trick. Why are we taking short corners? Why can't we whip it in the box? Please play the FIFA Griezmann goal celebration at half time, says Craig Warby. I don't know what it is.
Pogba's being held on to there.
What a ball! Go on, Luke.
Shaw.
Matter!
Cross. Go on.
Yes! Get in! Luke Shaw with the assist. Sit down, Rants and Bants. Ants in your pants. Luke Shaw. Lovely little chip by Lukaku. Ash Youngie is there going, come on, Luke Shaw. But actually, the ball by Lukaku to feed Luke Shaw in was chipped over the top. We were just talking about stop getting involved in the build-up play. But it starts with Luke Shaw. He lays it into Pogba, who gives it to Lukaku, who chips it over the back 4. And Shaw's there to play it back, and Mata just passes it home. 1-0. Luke Shaw with an assist. Where's all your haters now? Forget all that. We're not going to talk about that. We're all united together, and Mata makes it 1-0. Lovely goal, Marcus, and a lovely start for Manchester United.
Yeah, Mata popping up. He always seems to pop up in those little pockets of space there inside the area. But I think you've got to give some credit to Pogba there as well. Managed to hold on to the ball. You utilised his strength there against Azpilicueta, because Azpilicueta had his arms around him. Played it into Lukaku. Lukaku with a lovely chip over the top to Luke Shaw, and the ball across the face, and in it goes. Yeah. Great start by United.
Good start, 1-0 up. And important, because I think the game has started off really, really well. The tempo... I don't want to talk about the past because the future is now, but so many times at Old Trafford under Mourinho, under Van Gaal, under Moyes, even under Ollie, this inability to start quick at Old Trafford. And it's stupid because if you start quick, that crowd will react and get behind you. And we've managed to do it today and we've reaped the benefits. So 1-0 to Manchester United. I'm just about to change the score now. But
I think that's probably the best pass I've seen Lukaku play since he's been at United.
Yeah, and what a time to do it as well.
Absolutely fantastic.
But this formation does seem to cause Chelsea problems.
Yeah,
because we saw it in the cup game. It was the same in the cup game. We played Mata in that game, in the cup game, and we absolutely swamped them at Stamford Bridge in the first. I think we went in at 2-0 up. So, yeah.
As it stands, we are joint 4th.
Goal difference of 6.
Yeah, 6.
But every goal we score takes 1 off their goal difference and adds to us. So if we scored another one, that goal difference comes down to 4.
Hopefully, you just want to see United just keep on going now.
Chelsea, we've got that early
really
goal.
Been in the game.
Keep the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, Just keep going, keep playing the way you're playing.
Joseph Young says, this is what we missed for so long. An early start, a high tempo. What a difference Shaw makes. I love Luke Shaw. We got the lube. We've got Lube Shaw. Ah, bloody hell, I should have said that. Emoji. We've got Lube Shaw. We've actually got an emoji for Luke Shaw. Lube Shaw. We ain't got one for Mata. He'll be gone in the summer. But it was a great run by Luke Shaw.
Fantastic, yeah. I mean, great one-touch football it was as well.
Cross coming in.
Lukaku ball in.
Lukaku on his left foot. He has got a good left foot cross.
Oh, unlucky.
But Luke Shaw has started off really well. Matt has started off well. I think the midfield look better than they have done for a long time. I don't think Pogba, Herrera or Matic are having a great game, but I think as a three, sometimes as an entity, you can be better than the individual. So I don't think Pogba, Herrera and Matic have had a great start individually, but I think as a midfield, it works. They know what everyone's doing. They know Pogba's got licence. They know Herrera's box to box, and they know Matic is going to sit, and it works. And Mata's playing well. He's dropping into a position where he can just give and go, and that's working. But Chelsea are in this game. Let's not forget about it. Another super chat from Cabuana Dewama says, difference in this game is Ollie switched to his old playing style, the diamond in midfield, Herrera and Shaw. No, I disagree with that. Our formation where we were successful isn't the diamond. We play 4-3-3. But we did use this against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and it works very, very well.
Yeah,
but
Chelsea,
Herrera makes a big difference for me, Marcus, and everybody at home. I think Herrera, I said this before, personally I think he's great, but the stats show as well. 90% of the games we win under Ollie when Herrera starts, and 50% when he doesn't. And he's going to have to be replaced by somebody very, very good in the summer, because he's obviously going to go.
He does a lot of hard work in that midfield, a lot of the dirty work, I say. He's not one of these exuberant players that's got all the tricks and everything, but he does the basics well. He gets his foot in. He's like an engine in there. And seriously, he will be missed, I think, if he does go. But United just trying to calm things down.
Well, we've gone back to passing out from the back again as well, because we've got a team that can do it. Lindelof's in at centre-back. Eric Bailly's not bad on the ball. You've got Pogba and Herrera. You've got Shaw. And suddenly we're pinging the ball around quickly from the back instead of hoofing long balls, which is what happens when you have Smalling and Jones. Yeah,
definitely. I think Bailly and Lindelof, they do complement each other well. It's just a shame. It's a shame that. Oh, that's a yellow, surely. It's a shame that Bailly spent a lot of the time on the injury table this season.
Kovacic trying to get him booked. Piss off at Kovacic. Herrera, it was. Vicky189, don't understand the Shaw haters. Even the blind can see has been the only silver lining on a very dark season otherwise. Good comment there, Vicky. And Nick P says, I take it all back. Romelu has skill and vision. He just needs a 3-metre radius to do his work. I think Lukaku benefits there from Chelsea thinking what most of us think, is that he's just a crap footballer, because the ball comes into him and nobody's tight, and he sees the run of Shaw and he dinks it over the top. Fair play. It's a lovely ball.
Yeah, this is a dangerous situation for United here. Defending a free kick, but it's very central. And they got David Luiz over the ball. I think it's Willian as well that's there, Alonso.
Yeah. I've just realised something as well. I've changed the score, but I haven't got the right lineup, so I'll sort that out.
Looks like David Luiz is just going to run up and belt this. But De Gea's...
Well, this would be sod's law if they scored from this, because they've done so. It's gone over the bar. So,
over.
So it's over the bar, which is good.
A little bit worried there. De Gea was favouring the left-hand side. He'd gone a yard or two to his right.
Well, De Gea's an interesting one, isn't he? Because he's not been playing particularly well himself lately.
No, I mean, I did see a few tweets.
Some people wanted him dropped.
Yeah, throughout the last couple of days, saying drop him and give Romero a chance. But I don't know. I can see what people are saying, but I think when you've got the best goalie in the world, I think you've got to start him. I mean, if his head's not in it, then fine. Then drop him and put Romero in. But from the quotes I've seen of De Gea, he's just waiting to see what happens in the summer before he signs a new contract. So that's the United goal kick.
They're not going to get one. No, he's going to give it. Oh, he's a twat. Martin Atkinson's a twat. That's not even a foul. That's soft, that is. That's butterfly's fart soft, that.
Is he giving the foul or the corner?
He's giving a corner when he definitely wants a corner.
Yeah, it's a corner. Yeah.
That's a nonsense.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody who's noticed that the team is wrong, you're going to like this because not only have I changed the team, I've also put the right formation in for you as well. The things I do when I'm live.
Another corner at Chelsea.
So there you go. You've even got the right formation now, and it's 1-0. We've got a new member. Welcome to Baz Mallow, the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Remember, you can join by clicking the join button. You'll get the little badge next to your name. You get access to the emojis. And Jelly Babies is the new emoji for today, but we're hoping we're going to use that for Arsenal in the second half. And Sebastian Anderson says, so important to get the first goal. Herrera is so instrumental to that midfield. Glory, glory, Manchester United. With Chelsea on the attack over the bar. That's fine. And thanks for the contribution, ex-Mucker. I was sad that Mata started. Now look, says Wilton Bote. I think Mata long term is not a solution for Manchester United. He can only ever play 70 minutes. He's played very poorly for most games this season, but the 2 games he's played well against, the Chelsea, I think he suits this sort of game, just sitting off Jorginho.
Yeah. I think
David Luiz should have stopped that goal, really. I don't think he put a lot of power in it, but...
Well, it was hit with his right foot, so it's on his weaker side. But I think Mata, he suits playing as a number 10 so much better than playing out.
And how many times have we said that over the last 6 years? That he's playing on the right wing. We're not using him in his best position.
Herrera, a great tackle on Hazard there. I've been impressed with Eric Bailly so far as well. Nice and calm, not panicking.
So important that we get the win today. So important that we get the win today. Especially when you think that... Up. I think for me, if somebody said to me after the Everton and City games, you'd be in a chance of getting in the top 4 for Chelsea, I would have took it. But if we can win this game today, and then you've got Cardiff and Huddersfield left, those 2 games are just going to be about smashing them. Because our goal difference is not going to be good enough. Arsenal will be finished. If we win today, Arsenal can't catch us if we win our last 2. But our goal difference is not good enough. We'd be level with Chelsea, but they'd be ahead of us with goal difference. So we've got to win today, and then Cardiff and Huddersfield has really got to be about trying to smash them. Which would be exciting.
Chelsea's last 2 games, I think, don't take anything for granted. I think they got Watford in it, then Leicester.
Yeah, Chelsea's last 2 games, Leicester away is potentially quite tough, considering Leicester have got City next weekend, where they'll probably lose, and Leicester are in a 4-way, sounds good, with with Wolves and Watford and Everton for 7th.
Yeah.
So they're in 7th at the moment, but it's very, very tight. So if they lose to City, that'll be their last chance to get points. So...
Yeah, at least
Chelsea couldn't do it. Another corner here. United have dropped off a little bit here.
Yeah, they are. They're on the back foot at the minute. They're on the back foot.
But even if you look, Iron Soldier says Leicester will beat Chelsea. My point is, if we win today and the goal difference is 6, well, who's to say we can't turn a 6-goal difference down? Well, 6 is probably a bit too much. I think we need to win by 2. Get that goal difference down to 4, we might be able to turn a 4 goal difference down over 2 games. Because if we beat Cardiff and Huddersfield, 3 and 4 nils, then what's this? Some bloody skulls effort from the corner there.
I think our 2 last games are more favourable than the other teams that are fighting for the 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah.
So you would fancy United. I mean, if they get a good result here today, you would fancy us taking that confidence into the next 2 games and winning them quite comfortably.
Especially with Chelsea having to play 2 Europa League games as well.
That's it, yeah. So, I mean...
And they might have to prioritise.
They will, yeah. All over the top. Rashford ain't getting that.
Still very early, says Rich Kabar, which is absolutely correct. It is still very early. We've got a new member, I think, which is Wolfie35p. Welcome to the United Stand Members Club, pal. And Baz Marlow. I don't know whether we've given you a shout out before, but welcome to the Members Club. You got your little badge next to your name. Use some of the emojis there. We've got Lube Shaw. I want to see more of that. He started off very, very well. And welcome to 416 Wheels and Tyres. Ryan FTW has made a super chat and he says, been driving from the airport, how's the game going? Are we doing well? Seenander is back. What's the formation? 4-1-2-1-2. You could call it that. I call it a 4-4-2 diamond, but you could call it a 4-1-2-1-2 if you wanted to. First 10-15 minutes up until we scored, I think United started off really well. I think we've gone a little bit like we normally start games at the moment since we scored. We're like sitting back and we're giving them all of the ball. We seem to have gone a little bit... We've lost that urgency, which I think we need to find again, really.
Ashley Young's gone into his shell again. He's not closing down quick enough. He's mislaid a couple of passes as well in the last few minutes. Thankfully, Herrera's been in between him and Bailly to mop up at the back. But it's all Chelsea at the minute with the possession.
Yeah, we need to do a little bit more. The most depressing thing about this is if Chelsea win their last 2 games, we won't get top 4 anyway. So it's Gold Zebra. Well, it depends, doesn't it? If Chelsea beat Watford 1-0 and Leicester 1-0, and we beat them 2-0 here, and then we win our last 2 games 3-0, we'd be on the same amounts of points and goal difference. So, look, we might be in a position, last game of the season, where Chelsea are level on points with us. They're away to Leicester. Their goal difference is +4, and we need to win 6-0.
That's a young ball.
Well, how exciting would that be? So, as I've said this before, we should not be in a race for top 4 anymore. We've embarrassed ourselves over the last month. It's only because Chelsea have dropped points at home to Burnley, and Liverpool have dropped 9 points. Sorry, Arsenal have dropped 9 points. That's why we've got a chance. So I'll take any chance we can get at the moment because we don't bloody deserve it.
Ashley Young just put a ball across the face of goal. Could have gone anywhere, but David Luiz intercepted it and knocked it out. But United having a bit of possession now. Poor ball from Luke Shaw.
No one's helping him there, though. No one's coming short. He's got 3 players on him.
So Matic has got to close that down, which he does. That's what
it's all Chelsea at the moment, I'm afraid.
It is, yeah. Good interception by Pogba there on the edge of the box.
I still think this... You know what, though? I think they started off really well, but this team is still shit, isn't it? I think if we're all honest, it is. It's got so many problems. Jackson Humphreys made a contribution. He says, coming from a Liverpool fan, you run a great channel, Mark. I tune in often, no joking. Around, keep up the work. Good work. I tell you what, Jackson, I bet you were gutted today with that result. I'm sure you expected City to beat Burnley, but I think when you're 1-0, it's the worst result, isn't it? Because you're watching the whole game just hoping. But Chelsea on the attack here. We're going to win 3-0, says Manchester _ I'd tell you what, I'd love 3-0. That would absolutely be perfect. That would bring the goal difference down to like 2, which is more than doable against Cardiff and Huddersfield. But Chelsea looking good at the moment. They've not created a clear-cut chance yet. Cross comes in, away by Herrera.
Chelsea's crosses have been quite poor. I'm just, what the hell is wrong with this pitch that our players just keep on slipping over? Mata's just done it as well.
Mata scored the goal, 27 minutes gone.
Go on, Matic, get in. Hazard's done him, though.
Here's Belgian Nathan Redmond into the box.
He's done Herrera.
Cross comes in, cleared. Right, when we've got the ball, keep the bloody ball for a bit. Here's Lukaku. He's going to run. Don't do a step over.
He's cutting across.
It's a good ball into Rashford.
He's onside.
Look for a pass, Marcus. Oh, what's all the skill about? He's won us a corner, but it's a good bit of running by Lukaku, that, and he fed him in. And I think that Rashford just... I'm not convinced by Rashford at the moment. I think Lukaku's having a much better game.
I think that's Lukaku knackered now for the rest of the game.
Sitting off too much, dangerous, says Greg Hempsel. Yeah, I think we're trying to hit them on the break a bit, aren't we? Lukaku does look knackered, doesn't he?
He's finished now, isn't he? Look at him.
27 minutes gone, and Lukaku looks knackered.
He's blowing out his arse, man. Hands on hips. Absolutely.
That is embarrassing. Welcome, Kaling Prayun. Here we go! I tell you what. Chelsea head it clear onto the back of another Chelsea player. It drops in the 6-yard box, and everyone's asleep, apart from Aspilicueta. Who's near this? I don't think there's anyone near it, unfortunately.
Nah.
I think if Eric Bailly had just kept running, but it just didn't fall.
United got a throw on the near side. Luke Shaw looking for a bit of movement in front of him. And Pogba across. Right. Hold it up. Corner United. Good bit of play there between Pogba and Luke Shaw. Wasn't really nothing on, just keeping it between themselves and deflected for a corner.
Yeah.
Ashley Young's coming across now to take the corner.
This is where you just want to scam a second goal. Don't even care how it goes in. Just sort of take the wind out of Chelsea's sails.
Well, hopefully this one beats first man. Ashley Young's crossing has been quite poor of late.
Thing I hate about Lukaku is how he bosses people around like he's bloody Maradona. He's always telling people what to do, and I'd be like, "You're telling me what to do? Shut up." Young. Up. Oh! Bailly. Just wide. I tell you what, that would have been a good goal. He got up really, really well and just glanced it wide. It's a good cross from Young.
Yeah.
Up he goes. Oh, I tell you what, that's unlucky.
He ran off.
I don't think it's his head.
It was Rudiger that was watching him.
I think it goes off Alonso's head. I reckon that's a corner.
Hmm.
Oh, well, he's not been given. They claimed it like he'd done it. Radu Christian says, City fan here, running a nice channel here, mate. I'm tuning in weekly. Good luck for the future, Mark. Thank you, Radu. I think you're going to win the title.
Well, Chelsea trying to play out the back.
Shoot, Rashford.
Trying to play out from the back, and United with the high press, forcing Chelsea into mistakes there.
This is it. We've got them camped on the edge of the box here. Mata. Oh, good tackle that was.
Good tackle, yeah.
Here's Redmond.
Hazard on the break. Out to Higuain. Can't look. Get it. He's offside. There we go.
Have we even scored a corner this season, says MG. Sorry, mate?
I don't think much of that Higuain since he's come in.
Higuain's a bit like Lukaku, really. He's a goal scorer. That's what he is.
He is offside.
If you give him quality in the box, he's a good player, but he's not really for the build-up play. Although Lukaku's done quite well today.
So
next goal's key. I think if we get the second goal, Chelsea will... Rashford's offside.
I thought, do you know what?
That ball over the top is on, though, isn't it?
It is. Chelsea are trying to play a high line. But Lukaku's had a bit of success down the right-hand side, cutting in. Rashford now looking for the ball over the top as well. But here come Chelsea down the right. Again, another player slipping. Right, here we go, United. That's it. Hold it up, Rashford. Good strength there. Good strength. That's a Young down the line to Mata.
Foul.
That's a foul, surely. Yeah.
Bought the foul.
Yeah, Jorginho chomping at the bit at Mata's heels there.
Ben Harris says Lukaku needs to give the weight a rest and get some stamina and pace on him. He looks like he's run the London Marathon. Like he looks knackered, and he is carrying too much muscle. You're right. But he's done well there to fight David Luiz off.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Oh.
Wow. Anaban Batashai says Bay is our best centre back and must play every game. This team is much better with Victor and Eric as partners. Yeah, I don't know why we stopped doing it really. It worries me though, because if we did play Bay for the next 3 games, does that mean we're not going to buy a centre back? You know, you wouldn't cynically. I'm very cynical about United at the moment because I don't trust the board. I don't trust the players. So I wonder about things like, are we playing Bay now so that we all go, oh, we love Bay, and then we won't be bothered when we sign a centre-back, which is one of the most important things we need to do?
You know, I've always been a fan of Bay, but consistency and injuries have blighted his United career at the minute, and it's such a shame because he does give off that commanding presence. He is a good ball-playing centre-back. He can bring it out from the back. And I think him and Lindelof really do go well together. United out the right hand side, Mata looking for it. This ball needs to be whipped in.
Cut back.
It's got Mata.
Straight in the arms. MEFC Reese Rissell says something about Rashford worries me in this match. Hopefully he will improve as the game goes on. Herrera, Shaw and Mata have been excellent. I think Rashford's just in a very, very bad vein of form. And he needs a goal or something.
Bay again, absolutely legging it back into position there when Kante was on the attack for Chelsea. But Chelsea just trying to work it down. Again, you know, everything is coming down our right-hand side, which just goes to show how poor Ashley Young is out there. He's allowing them balls to come in. He's not getting touched tight quick enough.
Come on, Matic.
Like that, yeah.
Matic has played a bit better today.
He is, yeah.
I think Herrera, Matic and Pogba are our best midfield three. That was the midfield we had when we were successful, and I think that's our best midfield three. And I think there are weaknesses in it. I think Matic is a bit weak, but I still think it's our best midfield three. Welcome to Natalie Cummins, the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. And Lukaku's not been bad so far, says Fergie's son. No, he's done all right. Nice
Well,
ball.
Rashford run at him.
I don't think he's going to get that.
No.
Ooh,
He might out-muscle him, yeah. That's what you want to see from him.
Yeah, that was
muscle.
good, that was.
That's the second time he's done that in this game. Once against David Luiz and then against Aspilicueta.
Well, he doesn't do that enough.
No,
That's
he
the
doesn't.
first time all season I've seen him use his bloody big muscles to put a player on their arse. He's not. He's normally a little pussycat. So it's good to see him using that strength for once.
The guy's built like a fucking tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use your body weight. But he's done quite well, holding up the ball. Lukaku at the minute, Linda Herrera doing well there. Mata, just playing about in the middle at the moment. Not really looking to go forward. Just trying to take the sting out of the game, I think.
Lovely ball into Rashford here. Come on now, this is where you've got to do something, Marcus. Indecisive again.
I'll try.
Yeah. Oh, he just loses the ball. He's just may as well be you up front. He's in a great position there. He's fed through. He's running against the centre back. He slows down. He gets two players on him and loses the bloody ball. If you haven't got the bollocks to shoot or go past him, find a pass. He's not playing well, Rashford. He's not playing well. Lukaku is streets ahead of him in this game. But yet again, Chelsea coming down that right-hand side.
Yeah. They definitely want to fight. Even Hazard's drifting out there. And I guarantee he'll go back out there again if Chelsea get it. Like Pogba, nearly gone Rashford. There we go, Rashford. That's it. You're seeing a lot of fight from the players today. Get up, man. Get up. Absolutely get up. Don't kick the ball out. Keep going.
Yeah.
Balls to him. No, Herrera, don't. Go on, keep going.
No, keep
That's
playing.
it.
Keep playing.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, get going. That's it.
There we go.
None of this giving the ball out because they're on the floor. Unless it's a head injury. Bollocks. Oh, piss off, Youngie. Oh, no. Rashford's injured.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. I think the ball was going to go out. I thought we were kicking the ball out for Aspilicueta, but actually Rashford's down injured. We've had a super chat from MEFC Russell. He says, Rashford, for God's sake. I don't know. Well, let's have a look at this back. Matt, he goes down clutching his face, Aspilicueta.
No, he doesn't.
No. I don't think it's deliberate. I think he's shoving him off. I don't think he's purposely whacking him in the face.
I think he's just trying to shield the ball, isn't he, really? He knows he's coming in, but he can't see where, obviously. But I think hopefully Rashford's all right. Looks like he might have groin.
No,
he's old. Right. He was holding his.
Problem is, who would be daft enough to come in and buy Romelu Heskey? Says upbeat, sarcastic. Oh, they might do after today. He's got, he's done all right. Somebody will buy him. The Italians seem to want to buy him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the weird thing is, he looks like he would actually suit Italian football. But they're just saying the strength back here, great strength. I mean, Aspilicueta nearly went into Rose Z.
Put the cameraman down.
Yeah. Oh, look at him there. Jesus. What a body check that was. So we're on. The cameraman's up. He's all right. So just coming up to 38 minutes. The camera guy looks a bit shocked,
Yeah. Radu Christian says, saying Rashford is poor is agreeable. Who would you play instead of him? I think you're right, Radu. I think that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, Martial and Lingard have been very, very poor as well. And I think with Rashford, you are going to get a little bit more. It's that word I hate, isn't it? Effort. I hate the fact that we're picking people on effort, really. It should be picking people on ability, because you should have a team of players that are good and always give you 100%. But as we know with United, we've got good players who sometimes can't be asked. But here's Pogba down the left.
Keep it in.
That's a foul.
Yeah, I think Pogba's had a great game so far, you know. I really do.
I think the midfield three work. I think it works. Somebody saying that Mark's Sky Sports have confirmed Lukaku to Serie A. I very much doubt that, considering he's on the pitch playing for United. So maybe he will go in the summer. Pogba's doing good, says Peter. Pogba playing well, says Harry.
Yeah.
I think Pogba is playing well. It's no surprise to me because I've said it so many times. Herrera, Matic and Pogba are our best midfield at the moment, and Pogba gets way more freedom when he plays with Herrera.
Area.
Cross, come on. Ooh, good ball on the back post. Alonso.
Yeah. Alonso knocks it out for a corner, heads it out for a corner. But again, now as soon as Pogba gets the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 around him, 5 if you want to count Kante just outside the edge of the box. Ashley Young's taking the corner from the right-hand side.
Lindelof and Bay look like they're having a night out together. But look, today's about winning this game, and I'm not going to say it's about winning and playing shit. None of that. We've just got to win this game. But we could do with more than a couple of goals. Why didn't Lukaku hit that straight away?
That was a good angle ball there to Lukaku at the back post. Could have quite easily headed that back across.
Cross coming in.
I'll tell you what. You know what? That's not a bad bit of skill down
he got the space. It's one of the Lukaku's better games for a long time. Lukaku should be an NFL defensive lineman, says Sambra. He bloody well could be. He's got the build for it.
Yeah, definitely. He's an absolute colossus of a guy.
Oh, look at him again, though. This is what annoys me about him. When somebody does a pass or something, he stands there going like this and like this. Like, who are you to do that? Like, just play fucking football. Stop clapping people. Stop shouting at people. Stop putting your thumb up at people. You're not bloody Maradona. You're just a bang average Premier League striker. And to stop bloody condescending to people with your bloody thumbs up.
That's the 4th or 5th foul on Pogba there.
He's got to get booked, Aspilicueta.
They've got to come a yellow soon. I mean, I think that's probably why Mata could be on the pitch, for the set pieces, like the comments said earlier. I mean, Chelsea do commit a lot of fouls.
Adam Smith says best player on the pitch is Mata, but LFC Marlu says Lukaku's your best player on the pitch. I know what your plan is, you Liverpool fan. You're trying to make us all love Lukaku so we keep him, because we've got absolutely no chance of ever challenge for a title with Lukaku in the team. We're not stupid.
Just over 41 minutes. We've got a free kick.
I fancy a Lukaku goal, though, today. He has played well. I think if he gets a chance, he'll score. He's playing with confidence. Oh, what's this hand over the mouth thing? Like...
yeah, it's not as if Willian's going to hear him from there, is it?
Oh, it was to do a little step over.
Post?
That was brilliant idea, Ashley Young, that was. Call Luke Shaw over to do an obvious step over. I tell you what, we're trying to get to Eric Bailly a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's played pretty well, this first half.
Yeah.
Eric Bailly, he's been really good, really solid. He makes a hell of a difference in that back line.
Oh,
why is he?
Yellow
Come
card
on, Herrera's got a yellow. Atkinson, what are you on about? That's his first tackle. Never.
He did foul somebody for the free kick though, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, you look at Aspilicueta just now on Pogba. Apart from the fact that Aspilicueta didn't go to ground, it's exactly the same.
Where has this team been for the last 2 months? Says Greg Hempsell. So much improvement today. Even Young's crossing his back. Oh, mate, I wouldn't get your knickers in a twist and call this vintage United. I don't think we've been brilliant by any means. I think there's still some shit performances out there. I think Lukaku's done well. I think Mata's done well. I think the midfield three's done well. I think Luke Shaw's done well. Oh, De Gea.
De Gea, what are you doing? Oh, fucking Dave, man. What are you doing?
I don't know what to say. Like, Chelsea have done absolutely nothing in
What?
this game. They shoot from 40 yards and De Gea spills it and Alonso follows it in. You've got to say two things here. What's going on with David De Gea? Well, he could not catch a balloon at the moment, and I don't want to criticise him, but this is 40 yards out. But who's following it up? Like, somebody should follow that up. That's Chelsea's left back following this up. Rudiger shoots from miles away.
Earth?
That's terrible goalkeeping by De Gea.
He can catch that.
Why
Why has he punched that away?
That is... Oh, I don't even know what to say because it's De Gea and I don't want to criticise him, but that is crap. That is... I'm surprised he's not wearing pink gloves because it's the sort of thing Phil Jones would do. It's calamitous. And seasons are defined on this, aren't they? It's like Chelsea will take so much confidence from that.
Great tackle, babe.
You can't make mistakes like that in a game like this.
Do you know what? I think that just proves to me his head is not where it should be.
He's making so many mistakes at the moment, isn't he?
I mean, you look at the goals that were conceded against Everton. Maybe one of them against City, the first one. There is an argument for him to being dropped. I think those people really, there is some truth in it.
Nah, I see. In hindsight, everyone who said that's going to look like a genius, but I agree with Ollie. I wouldn't have dropped him because it's like he is one of the world's best goalkeepers. He has been amazing for us over the last 6 years, and it's like anybody. When you're in bad form, you play through that form. If a striker, here we go on Rashford, down the right hand side.
Lukaku, you got to get in there.
So he's over. He's over. Go on.
No, Mata.
I still think Rashford holds on to the ball too long there.
Well, do you know what? The only player that was in the box when Rashford first got onto that.
There was someone on the edge of the box, though.
Yeah. And then you got, as soon as he cuts inside, you got Mata running in at the back post. I think, De Gea, I mean, what is going on with him? 40 yards, you can't catch that. It's straight at your stomach. There's not even any swerve on it.
Agree, Mark. That's why I said improvement, says Greg Hempsel. But this is not the first time, is it? What was that game? Was it Wolves in the Cup or something? Where the swerve? We had a game recently where it swerved. Davies Dunning is no longer a top keeper. Sorry, says Zachary Perth. Mate, you're having a bloody laugh. He's in his 20s. He's going through a bad patch. I think people need to grow up and realise that this is not FIFA. This is real life, and a player will go through a bad patch. It's how you handle that bad patch. If some people think dropping him for Romero is the way to go, fine. I personally don't think it is. I think that he is that good of a goalkeeper that you keep him in the team. But to say he's done is just ridiculous. De Gea, you prick, he's checked out, Mark, says Christian Medina. Well, if he has checked out and he's going in the summer, then that's poor management, isn't it? If they know he's going in the summer and he knows he's going in the summer, then that would be a reason to pick Romero. But we don't know that.
All across.
But this is what I'm saying. Where Greg was saying, where's this United team been? I don't think United have actually played well in this game. I think some players have played well, but I don't think it's been... I think over the course of the game, Chelsea have looked a better footballing team.
They've looked more together.
They've been wasteful in the final third, but they've looked a better team. United, I think there's been a lot of effort, again, from United, but has there been fluidity? Well, Rashford's been a passenger again, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. I think Rashford, you could probably say, Rashford and Ashley Young as normal, you could probably say have been the worst players for us at the minute. But I think United, that's half time. But Dave, it shouldn't be this scoreline going into the break. I mean, that's the talking point of the half for me.
Well, the thing is, though, this is it, isn't it? This is it. It's like, you've got a massive get-out-of-jail card today. If you win, you are got a massive chance of getting in the top four. If we draw, we're still behind Banter FC Arsenal, So, yeah. But this is the problem with Manchester United. De Gea sort of symbolises it because he's made the mistake today, but there's so many people doing so many things erratically over the last few weeks. I don't get it. I've mentioned Rashford. I don't think he's played well again. And he's not been playing well for weeks. You've got Ashley Young in the team. He's crap. I mean, the problem with being a striker and being a goalkeeper is when you make mistakes, they are highlighted. If you miss a one-on-one, people don't forget. If you spill a shot like that and they score, people don't forget. And De Gea's made a few mistakes recently, let's not forget. I can't think of the game where it swerved. But it wasn't a lot of swerve on it. But... look, I like De Gea. I think he's been absolutely amazing for us. But I sort of read the comments and some people are saying, oh, he's finished this, that and the other. Would I drop him? No. I think you probably would have, Marcus. I personally think that your better players, you try and play them through that bad patch. But what I would agree with is that what if he's going in the summer? What if he has mentally checked out? Because football at the high end, especially for goalkeepers, it's about concentration. And he's got it's almost like he's got too much to think about at the moment. I think it could be something as simple that he's just in bad form and he's nervous. Because I think De Gea, if that had been a shot from 5 yards, he'd make the save and not think about it. But I think it's almost like he's overthinking things at the moment. And like that ball travels a long way and he's probably thinking, I'm going to catch it. And then at the end he thinks, oh, I'm not catching it. I'm going to try and push it away. And you end up spilling it. But we can't... you're right. We as fans, as much as I love De Gea, we can't afford these mistakes. Like, these games are always about thin margins. And it's disappointing. Casper Idea says, I told you we should have put Romero in. Well, the thing is, Romero's... if that same shot goes to Romero could do the same thing. Romero's a good goalkeeper, but his ball handling isn't that great, like crosses. And I always said about Romero, he couldn't catch a balloon. So, we're all geniuses in hindsight, but what I would say is that it's just very, very disappointing my thought on that half, and I was going to ask you, Marcus, about what you thought of United in that half, and people in live comments. I think that there was some good individual performances, but I think people were getting carried away with themselves. Like, we should be playing like this every week. What? Playing like what? Chelsea were wasteful in the final third, and as good as us on the ball. It was a very equal game. We took a chance that we got. Chelsea were a bit wasteful in the final third. I thought it was quite an equal game. So I don't think United were great.
Yeah, I think it's an equal game. I think, Rashford has been wasteful when he's been in possession of the ball. Ashley Young, again, I don't want to say he's been absolutely atrocious, but he's not been good. His final passing, his crossing from set pieces has been okay. But I think the team today, they're relying, again, on the midfield three. That trio in there is the driving force for us. Lukaku has been good.
Well, I just want to jump in there because I knew you were going to say that. And while it's in my head, the problem with United at the moment is we are impressed by mediocrity. Like, if you're a Man City fan, you are spoiled by the fact that you've got people like Aguero, Bernardo Silva knocking the ball about. If you've got Liverpool, you've got Salah, Mane playing really great football. Spurs have got people like Eriksen and Son. This is high-end football. United, we're saying Lukaku's having a good game because he was involved in a goal and he's put a couple of crosses in and he's bounced somebody off the ball. I mean, it's the sort of thing Emil Heskey would have done. And that's what I mean. It's like we are impressed by mediocrity because we're so used to crap. And that's the danger today. I think, have we actually been that good that half? Or is it we've been so bad recently that that's quite a big improvement, but it's still pretty average? I mean, Rashford's been poor again. Young is a waste of space. Lindelof and Bailey really haven't had anything to do. Shaw's impressed me. I like the balance of that midfield. But ultimately, Lukaku's done okay. Mata's done well. But is it anywhere near a performance that's going to bother any decent team in that league? And I don't really class Chelsea as a decent team. I think Chelsea are very much like us and Arsenal. On our day, we can be very good, but we're ridiculously mediocre.
I think you got a good point there. It's the fact that we've been so poor in the last 6 weeks that we're just willing to accept anything that's better than what we've seen and just big it up a bit. But this is the sort of reaction I would have expected against City. After that drubbing against Everton, I expected United to put in a performance like this. But the players that are standing out are the Pogbas, the Herreras, Matic. They are standing out, and I think United have done well to control it so far.
We've got a few super chats to read before we see this De Gea goal. Man United 84 says, same story again. Lazy, wasteful up front and goalkeeping mistakes. Heads have now dropped. Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? We know the team's heads drop when they go a goal behind, which is where are the leaders in the second half. Biggie third, guys, your opinion on Leicester City in 2 months? Rodgers is them playing better, brand of football, totally changed the way they play. Explain that. I agree. I think they're playing really, really well. Just about to see this De Gea goal, actually. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. We've got match reactions, fan cams, loads going on the channel. I mean, it travels so far and it's straight at him. I just think he overthinks it, because there's no excuse. It's straight at him. It's straight at him. I don't think the ball moves that much. I mean, there's an element of luck as well. I mean, the angle that Alonso gets it at, it hits the post and then it goes in. Whether a United player should be following it in or not, I don't know. But Karim Maguzi says, I guess it that you don't want to criticise De Gea, but he's been terrible since the World Cup. Romero isn't great, but he can't be worse than this. Yeah, but I think my problem with it is, you drop De Gea for Romero, but there's no future in it. Like, are we seriously going to get rid of De Gea to play Romero every week? It might work for a couple of games, but there is a big reason that Romero is a reserve goalkeeper for United and De Gea is the first choice. Because De Gea is a fantastic world-class goalkeeper and Romero isn't. And if people think that Romero is going to be the answer, his ball distribution's worse than De Gea's, and his handling on crosses is worse than De Gea's. So, in the short term, yeah, it can make a difference, but you are totally relying on dropping De Gea, inspiring him. And sometimes it does. You drop a player and they come back better. But it might be absolutely worse situation than it is now. I just believe that we should be sticking by him, but I can't deny that is just a incredibly poor error. And in a game like this, if we end up drawing we need to win it. We need to win it. And having to work, we've had to work hard to get 1-0 up. And now we've just totally thrown that away. So how much more of this can we have? And I do think I think there's a massive problem in the squad. I think there's a lack of concentration. There's a lack of leadership. There's a lack of accountability. There's a lack of responsibility. When De Gea makes that mistake, I wonder why. I mean, I'll say this actually. I firmly believe this. When De Gea makes that mistake, why is Young not going over to him and just grabbing him round the head and saying, "Don't worry about it, get your head up"? There doesn't seem to be any togetherness in that squad. De Gea's sort of left there on his own, shaking his head. He knows he's made a big mistake. And I've seen United captains and leaders of the past, and they go up to that goalkeeper and they've given him an arm around the shoulder and show a bit of togetherness, but they don't. Everyone just turns and goes, drops their own head, and it's like there's just no community in that team.
No, maybe not, but I think the goal, albeit from our goalkeeper's mistake, really has come at a good time. I think you wouldn't want them to draw level halfway through the second half, but at least now Ollie's got them in at half time, and he can say, look, you were playing well. You can have a word with De Gea, get an arm around the shoulder and just say, look, don't worry about it. These things happen. Pick yourselves up and go again. You've got another big 45 minutes to come through. Yeah,
we're still the home team. We still know we've got to win this game. Go out there and win it. And I think that's really important, Marcus, because when you look at United, we've seen them so many times over recent years. When something goes against them, the heads drop and they get worse. Well, now it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, we've had a bit of bad luck with the goal. We're 1-1, but there's 45 minutes. It's at Old Trafford. You've been given this massive opportunity. Don't feel sorry for yourselves. Go out there and win the game. And then we're back where we were. Are these players mentally strong enough and focused enough to go and win that game? And the next 45 minutes will decide that.
Exactly. This is where you want to see who can stand up and be counted for your team. You want to see the big players now step it up, give that extra 15, 20% for the team. So, hopefully the second half goes well. But I've got to say, mate, if you play like Ashley Young next Saturday, I think your ass will be coming off after 10 minutes. But, United, there's plenty going for them, United. I didn't think they played bad in the first half. It wasn't a vintage United. We created a few opportunities. Chelsea, like you said, very wasteful in the final third. And they got a bit of luck. Hazard's not really been in the game. Kante's not really been in the game. Chelsea have defended okay, but I think United really have not really been tested yet at all.
No. Well, it's 45 minutes to rescue our season now. isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
this is it. It's a big 45 minutes for United. This has a massive say, I think, on what's going to happen with United in the summer. So hopefully these boys can keep us in it. I predicted 1-1, but I actually think if United carry on playing the way they were playing, they could win this. They really could.
They've got to go and win it. I think
Yeah.
a draw is like a loss. I mean, I was just looking at the league table then when you were talking. They've got to go and win this game. If we draw, we're still behind Arsenal. And if we draw, we're 3 points behind Chelsea. So we ain't catching Chelsea, are we? You can't. If you can't, this is an ideal game. You're playing a team that you're fighting for top four with 3 games to go. And if you beat them, you go level with them. If you can't beat them, I don't want to hear about, if Leicester beat Chelsea and Arsenal drop points at Burnley. Screw that. How many more chances and luck do we need? Today is the day to sort it out. We shouldn't even be in this position. We're very lucky to be in this position. But if we can't beat Chelsea, forget about it. So Ollie has got to go for it in that second half. If it's 1-1 with 10 minutes to go, I'd rather lose than draw. You've got to go for it because a draw will still keep us 3 points behind Chelsea and you're hoping for someone else to do it. Be the master of your own destiny. Greg Hempsell says exactly, Mark. They're improved. They've improved. Definitely not great, but we want to see progression. And if this is the first step on that ladder, that's good. Positivity. Well, the second half for me, it's not about improvement. It's about some bloody bottle. Like, will they react to a bit of bad luck badly, or will they react to it positively? And I want to see that. I want to see a reaction. I want to see a win. I don't want to be sat here tonight with a bloody draw or a loss. We've got to win this game of football. No, a lot of people getting their ants in the pants about the timer. Why are so many people talking about the timer? Fucking saddos. Oh, the timer's still running. Stop the timer. Oh, the timer. Axie Sood says, just to put things into perspective, that's the first goal we've scored in 4 games.
Yeah.
I'm just ignoring everybody talking about the timer, so keep talking about it. Pogba has been good, says Shisha Sandeep. And we're just not good enough, says Sander Vicky. I think the midfield looks better because it's got Herrera in it. Greenwood better than Rashi, says Cameron Hall. I cannot talk to you about Mason Greenwood because I do not understand why he's not on the bench. I don't get it. I do not get it. Unless there is something about players having to be on the bench because of contracts and things like that. Maybe people like Martial and Sanchez and Lukaku have to be on the bench as part of their squad, of their contract. I don't know. But it makes absolutely zero sense to me as to why he's not on the bench. I don't know.
It's a bit of a strange one when you look at that bench as well. I mean, it's very negative. There's, the only really attacking player I can see on that bench is Martial. De Gea, just seeing him walk off there, acknowledging his mistake and head down. But hopefully, second half, Ollie's had a word with them. Concentration key now. And we got to win. We have to win. There's no excuses now in the second half.
I agree. What's your thoughts, Marcus? Would you make any... I mean, the thing I would say is that we all know that Juan Mata can't last 70 minutes. So he will come off. So how you've mentioned the bench there being quite negative. I mean...
Yeah.
I almost wouldn't mind Alexis Sanchez coming on and playing that number 10 role. I don't think it's really I mean, to be honest, I think Rashford should be coming off for Martial. But if we're going to take Mata off, which is the one that I always think is going to happen, then for me, I don't want to see Pereira or McTominay coming on. I'm not convinced that they're consistent enough. I'd like to see Sanchez come on.
I think that's only really... I mean, Martial, you would think if he comes on, he would go straight up front if we're playing with the 2 up there. And I think with Alexis Sanchez, he would have to go as the number 10 where Mata plays. But is he willing to go there? Because as far as we know, he always has to go on the left-hand side.
Nathan, we're just about to kick off actually, and then I'll read Nathan's Romero up his arse comment. So let me just do this. Okay, so Nathan is a founder member of the Romero fan club and says, Romero is a fantastic keeper. Stop being so biased and making poor excuses. Romero would have saved that. Most keepers would. Drop him next game. Nathan, I'm glad you've got an opinion. Mine is that De Gea shits all over Romero. We'll agree to disagree. And the Bucknut fan says, when the hell is the ref going to card Chelsea for their fouls on Pogba? They fouled him like 6 times, but Herrera gets carded. That's a good point. That is a good point. Herrera has been booked, and there was a lot of fouls from Chelsea players that didn't get booked.
See the goalkeeper coach taking a couple of notes now.
I don't know which way this second half's going to go. Honestly, I don't know. And the only reason I say that is because I think as United fans, we don't know how United are going to perform any given minute, let alone a half. We don't know. Like, they could come out and fight and get the win, or their heads could drop. That's just the way it is. Cobros Aitken says, David De Gea mistakes, Arsenal key goal, Barca key goal, City key goal, Chelsea key goal. Love De Gea, but cost us some big goals. Tested his mental strength.
Yeah, do you know, I was going to bring that up at half time. I was just wondering how many points.
That was the goal, wasn't it? It was Arsenal. It was Arsenal away in the league. And we were playing really well. And Xhaka hit that shot.
Yep.
He's going through a bad patch.
Well, he is, but how long can you... Yeah, I mean,
then again, I'll flip it around and say, remember, was it Watford or West Ham right at the end? He made that world-class save.
Well, West Ham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Against Antonio.
Yeah. And then you compare it, this is the thing, when you're a goalkeeper, you're very much exposed if you make a mistake. Has De Gea been playing as poorly as Marcus Rashford? No. Marcus Rashford's been bad for a long, long time.
And has Rashford played as bad as Lingard? No. So,
no.
You know, it's swings and roundabouts. I think when you got a team low on confidence, I think everyone suffers, don't they? But
Newton Heath makes a good point, and I agree with this. He says David De Gea has carried this team more times than I can remember in the last few seasons. It's time for the other 10 guys and the fans to pick him up. Exactly. I think he has been making a lot of mistakes recently, and there's no doubt that he has made a mistake. But the rest of those players should be picking him up, and at the end of the game saying, "Don't worry about it. We've won you the game." And that's true. There's 45 minutes for this team to go. If he makes another mistake and we lose, look, it's going to be open season on him, and I can't help him. But United have got 45 minutes to go and win this game.
They have. They should. Every single one of them players should be saying to him, "Look, don't worry about it. It's a mistake. We're fully confident that we can get another goal in the second half." But Herrera slips. So there's something about this pitch, Mark.
I think they've overwatered it, haven't they?
But it's. I mean, I don't think. I mean, would you say he's cost us the points in the last few games? I don't know.
Well, Pogba thought about hitting it there, and I think he should have done.
Well, Herrera's just giving it to Mata.
I think Chelsea have been quite dirty, and I don't think the ref has been. They are biting into the tackle a lot. Oh,
they are. They're doing.
Lay it off! Fouls. Bloody hell! That was a crap pass. You had two players in front of you, and you lay it off into space that Mata can't get to. Play on. Bait. That's a foul. Kante.
Yeah. Hazard. I thought he was going to blow up on the one for Hazard then, because he seemed to go down pretty easy though.
Right. Do not let Marcus Rashford take this free kick. For the love of God. Do not. It's quite central. It's 30 yards out. Let Ashley Young take it. Let Juan Mata take it, or let Paul Pogba take it. Somebody with a bit of technique. But please don't let Rashi take it. He's there. Piss off, Rashi.
Matic is there as well.
Yeah, do not let Rashford take this free kick. Push him away.
I'll be very disappointed if they go for goal here.
He is going to bloody take it. For God's sake. He better bloody score it. He better score it.
No way is he scoring from that distance.
Oh, he is. Fucking hell.
Well, I can hear your fingers typing away.
No. It was crap.
It's on target.
Absolutely crap. He gets it on target. Oh, well done. It's the first time you've done that in 3 months. Yeah. It's like a bloody pass. It's crap. Absolute shit. What a waste of a free kick. Some people will say, it was on target. That keeper could have put the kids to bed, the washing on, emptied the dishwasher, and still had time to save that free kick. It was crap. Why is he taking free kicks? Well, he must be doing something in training, because I tell you what, he certainly doesn't show you any evidence in games. Baffled.
Tackle Herrera on Willian there. Go on, Pogba, go for it. Run at him.
Adam says, to be fair, Lukaku, Pogba and Mata have been our best players so far in this game, and these are the ones we talk about selling. Rashford, awful, and De Gea, unlucky. I just don't get why Marcus Rashford is on free kicks. I'm right pissed off there. We've got 3 players, Ashley Young, Paul Pogba, and Juan Mata, who can take free kicks. All right, they're probably not going to score it 10 times out of 10, but they've got a technique. We got this bloody Rashi who just smashes it, trying to emulate a goal Ronaldo scored once against Portsmouth here. And it's like, this is where Captain Young needs to do his job. It's just an armband. It's a very important role. I'd have made De Gea club captain, Jonah Jones. Yeah, Young should be shoving Rashi off.
Ball over the top. No, United just trying to control the game here, but they're sacrificing the tempo. And Chelsea are quite quick at coming forward at the moment. Willian into Kante. United just trying to stand off.
Well, there they go. The overlap on the right-hand side. Yeah. Alonso, come on. Well done, man. I think Matic just played well.
Oh, he's been great.
Yeah. Come on, someone make a run here for Mata. Right, yellow card, Willian. Oh. Yeah.
Tactical foul, that one.
Yeah.
It's a shame Ollie didn't mention about the tactical fouls for this game in his press conference. He'd have been absolutely spot on.
Well, Willian seems to think he got the ball there.
Do you know what? I think he did get a bit of the ball, but it's the fact that he came in from the back.
No, he didn't get the ball. That's a foul.
Yeah.
Definitely a yellow. You can have that, Willian. Remember when we were looking at buying him? I'm so glad we didn't. Bloody hell, he's shit. I don't get why Rashi is on the pitch, let alone on free kicks, says Anaban Pachacha. Yeah, well, that's a valid point as well. But the free kick thing annoys... It really is annoying me now. Like, why is he taking free kicks? I like Rashford. I think people get confused here. And I hate it when people call him Trashford and the new Danny Welbeck. I hate all that. But I absolutely cannot stand him on free kicks. He's rubbish on free kicks. And it makes us look banter.
I think that's a foul as well. See, I mean, the silly fouls that Chelsea are doing. Surely they should have... There's another yellow, yeah.
By Kovacic.
There's another yellow, yeah. So that's 2 they've got now. The amount of fouls... as the comment said earlier, that Pogba took in the first half.
I don't think that was a yellow card, to be honest. They only give him a bit of a shove. And the reason I say that's a soft yellow card, and I worry about Herrera, who's on a yellow card already.
Yeah. But Kovacic did do a couple in the first half as well, so probably just an accumulation of fouls.
You see, Rashford don't want to take this free kick, does he? Because you've got to cross it in. No, I don't want to do those. I want to try and do my Ronaldo free kick. Crap.
Paul.
We've got a chance. Bailly.
Yeah. Oh, Lukaku. Do you know what? If he'd have just stuck his leg out there, he could have possibly got on the end of that one. Just
Some
directed
people are saying
it in.
It's dog shagger time. Oh.
Sanchez.
I don't think it's fair to call him a dog shagger. I think a dog walker's fine. Herrera in different team. Why are we letting him leave? Says Kalachi Gaming. Because we're a mess, mate. Because we let contracts run down, and then we wonder why people leave because they're getting offered more money because they're free instead of having to pay a transfer fee.
Yeah, I think Chelsea are quite happy at the minute the way this is going. Come on, Lukaku, chase that down, man.
The heads are starting to go a bit here, United. We need to be careful. It's a big 10 minutes. Passes are starting to go astray. Wasteful.
Chelsea got a throw on the far side. Chelsea not really been in the game in the second half. Higuain's got it here. Ashley Young against Hazard. 1v1. Hazard cuts inside.
Corner.
Do you know, I think that's going to be a theme now for Chelsea in the second half. Just shoot on sight.
They're trying to hit us on the break, aren't they? Oh, yeah. Oh, the De Gea thing. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, soon if you get an opportunity outside the box, just go for it.
Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new while we've got a lull in the play. We're getting close to 429,000. So bottom right hand corner, get your notifications on. We've got fan cams, of course. Flex is there. I'll be interviewing the fans outside the ground. We've got my match reaction as well. But with 35 minutes left, this is our season's going to come down to this. If we don't win this game, top four's gone. And De Gea made a mistake, but that's one goal. I would have expected Chelsea to score in this game anyway, and I think we should be doing far more.
Thing is, Mark, you can say it's one goal in this game as it stands, but is there an argument to say that he's cost us points in the last 6-7 weeks?
Yeah.
I think his form has dipped for me ever since the start of the contract talks.
But I blame the club for that. It's the same thing as Herrera, isn't it? People try and blame Herrera. Herrera was leaving, but his contract's been allowed to run down. De Gea, if we value De Gea, why are we not giving him what he wants? Apparently he wants what Sanchez is on. So why wouldn't he want what Sanchez is on? He's been the best performing player over the last 6 years, and he wants what Sanchez is on. Why would he settle for anything less? And the club are like, no, we're not going to do that. The thing is
as well, the club might be saying to him, behind closed doors, well, look, we're looking to get rid of Sanchez in the summer.
Yeah.
So we want to bring that wage bill down. So, this is the offer, and that's as high as we're prepared to go.
Chelsea's starting to get into this a bit.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. Hazard.
Oh, fucking hell. De Gea was going to spill that then. Cross coming in from Willian, and Higuain was like a metre away from him. Come on, United. We've got to start doing more on the bloody attack. Go on. It was a good tackle by Kante there on Matic. I thought it was going to be a foul, but it clearly was a good tackle. Well done, Bailly.
Again. Look at that.
Smalling can't do that.
So calm.
Come on, United. Get a bit of oomph in you. I'll tell you what, all we've got is long ball, though, innit?
Come on, Pogba. We need one of them Pogba runs. He's got the ball there.
I thought he got the ball there, to be honest.
Yeah. Alonso going down. Come on, no one wants to tackle Hazard, man. He going. Oh, that's a foul. Yeah.
Season comes down to this, everybody. Season comes down to this. half an hour to save your season, really. We've got to win this game. Red Jedi says Pogba's disappeared. He just went on a good run, mate, to be fair. It was a good tackle on him. I tell you what, if I was doing player ratings at the moment, I'd give Marcus Rashford a 4. I think he's been absolutely shit. I really do. It's so painful because I really like Rashford, but he's been awful, hasn't he, for weeks? Here we go.
I'm sure Lukaku didn't have enough weight on it. It's all United again at the minute. United controlling the game. All Chelsea have got is that counter-attack. United are certainly pinning them back.
I don't think we've got enough quality in the final third.
Well, it looks to me like Pogba's gone up there with Lukaku and Rashford.
We don't seem to be able to do anything in the final third. We're always under pressure from Chelsea. And I suppose it's probably because we're down to 10 men again, isn't it? I mean, Rashford's doing nothing.
Yeah. And again, it will come down to how long does Ollie leave it to make the change.
And the trouble is there, a lot of people say, well, Ollie takes too long to make the subs. But I like Rashford and I like Martial, but do I trust Martial to come on this pitch and do it? I don't know. I don't. He could play as bad as Rashford.
Again, look, Pogba slipped over.
Yeah, and loses it.
Yeah. Have our players just got the wrong fucking boots on or something?
Why is he not booking him for that? Is it Jorginho? Yeah. No, it was Kovacic. That would have been a second yellow card.
That was a second, yeah.
Fucking hell. Sorry for swearing there, everybody, but that was a foul on Herrera there, and it should have been a second yellow. Good play by Rashford here. Yeah. Pass one, and then, he holds on to the ball for too long.
Hazard,
Get rid of the ball. Look at him again. Get rid of the ball, Rashford. Someone needs to tell Rashford, get a ball, take a touch and find a pass and move. Stop trying to go past everybody. Stop holding on to it for too long. Start doing the simple things well, because your whole game is terrible at the moment. So start doing the simple things well and build from there.
So Lukaku is going into the same space as Pogba out on that left-hand side.
Well, I
And
think
the only
Lukaku works better when he's on the right-hand side because he's got that cross on him, hasn't he?
Well, I was just going to say, the only person we got in the middle there, in the box, is probably the smallest guy on the pitch, which is Mata.
Oh, there's too many bloody silly free kicks at the moment.
Getting a bit niggly now. They got Loftus-Cheek, I think. Chelsea are warming up. He'll bring a bit more dynamic to Chelsea's midfield, I think. You know what, Kovacic, that should have been a second yellow there.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the ball for Herrera.
He's crap, this ref. Kovacic should be off.
Here comes Chelsea again. Ashley Young. Again, they're targeting Ashley Young. He's standing
wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. But you think they'd have said that at half time. That was the theme in the first half. They were all going down our right hand side, and it's the same again, the second half. Yeah, it looks like Loftus-Cheek is coming on. I just see Darmian walking past there after a warm up.
For God's sake.
Rudiger's down.
Well, Ollie's going to have to do something here, isn't he? He's going to have to do something a little bit more out of the box because I think this game is just going to run and run. And yeah, we could end up winning it. We could scrape a goal, but scraping a goal is not what it's all about. We need to bloody win.
Rudiger looks in some pain there. Looks like Chelsea could be forced into the change. And Sarri's calling someone down. Get a cigarette butt out your mouth, Sarri. Come on.
He's on the old nicotine, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on something.
Chewing something. He's only 38. Right? He just smokes 100 fags a day.
I think Rudiger's had it.
It's bad news for Chelsea and their Europa League hopes.
Yeah. So they got that Christensen, is it? I think it is. Warming up down there.
Oh God, I'm yawning now. Boring.
Yeah, it looks like that Christensen's coming on. So will they make the Loftus-Cheek change as well?
I tell you what, this team needs a lot of work, United. It really does. If people think the performance today has been improved, it just shows you the problems. That is not an exciting team. It has got no fluidity. You've got no idea what we're going to do with the ball. I mean, like if you watch even Chelsea, you know what they're going to do. They're trying to expose our right back. They've got their two wide players. They've got Higuain. They're playing the little triangles through the midfield. United, you don't really know what we're about. You don't know. From game to game, you don't know because the formation changes every game. The personnel changes every game. But this, like when we're on the ball now, I don't really. You don't know what we're trying to do. You've got people like Rashford's coming short and spinning, but the ball's still being played around the centre backs. Lukaku's playing on the final line. You just never know what we're going to do.
Do you know what? I think you've got to give them a bit of credit because after that mistake, United could have come out second half and absolutely collapsed. But fair play to them in some aspect because they are still going for it. They're not just resting on their laurels and thinking, oh, yeah, a point will be good enough and going against what Ollie says. But I think you've got to say they are trying to an extent, but maybe not trying as hard as they could. I think
the second best team at the moment, that's the problem. Definitely footballing team. AJ is back, says Darmian and Rojo warming up. Christ, why does every manager we have make
David Luiz is down there.
Greenwood would be perfect for this game. Yeah, David Luiz has now gone down.
Yeah. It's the garlic. I'm sure it is.
The garlic?
Yeah, they put garlic on the pitch, didn't they, now, for some reason. I don't know why. But Christensen's come on for Rudiger. David Luiz looks like...
Sanchez is on.
I bet that's Mata that's probably gone off there.
Yeah. No, Rashford.
No, Rashford?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, I mean, you have said, Mark, Rashford's been awful. Well, not awful, but not very good.
I think at this stage... I'm quite surprised he's took Rashford off for Martial, though. No, he's not brought Martial on for Rashford. Because that's the obvious change to make, isn't it? But it's interesting because Sanchez isn't going on the left wing.
No, he's on the right. Yeah.
So, you know, we might see something here.
I think that's more of a concern that Ashley Young's being doubled up on. A lot of people would probably say Sanchez's work rate is better than Rashford's. But Hazard just, no, come on.
Rashford was very poor, Matty. I agree. I agree with him being taken off. I really like Rashford, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. I mean, you've got Jesse Lingard, Manchester United through and through, local lad from the youth setup, completely dropped today.
Yeah.
I mean, these are players that you don't expect there to be a problem with consistency and effort, and there's something seriously wrong with those two players at the moment. Rashford did look like he was carrying an injury, but at least he can't take any more free kicks.
No, that's probably the positive that we can take. I think the only attacking change we can make really is the Martial one. I was just
thinking whether Chelsea would be happy with a draw. I mean, I think they'd be more happy with a win because I think it would pretty much sew up top four for them.
Kante's free.
They'd go 6 points clear of us, so we wouldn't be catching them, and they'd be 4 points clear of Arsenal. So what the bloody hell was that tackle from Eric Bailly?
Right tackle, Bay. What a tackle that was.
I tell you, it was a good tackle, but if he's an inch off it, it's bloody red card and a penalty.
I mean, Alonso, you know you're in a game now, man. Jesus.
Well, we need a bit of that, though, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm tempted to say said nobody, but Tommy just said that Rashford played well. I think he's probably the only person.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Herrera, he's walking a tightrope here. Bay's down as well now. Agony.
Oh, God.
Right knee. It's such a shame. The guy's been absolutely solid.
But this is why Eric Bailly gets a lot of injuries. He's like Phil Jones because the sort of tackles he makes, he puts his body on the line, doesn't he? Aidan Lefevre says Rashford went straight down the tunnel when subbed. Yeah, he's injured, isn't he? So Kovacic, Herrera.
Herrera gets the ball. Oh, Bay, Jesus.
Yeah, I think Eric Bailly's just very unlucky there. His legs got trapped in the tackle.
Twisted knee.
Yeah, that might be the end of Eric Bailly.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. And then you look on the bench, don't you? What, Darmian, Rojo? Or do you change the formation now and go 3 at the back?
Darmian, I'd go Darmian. I'd rather Darmian over bloody Rojo.
Oh, do you know what? I'd have gone Rojo at centre back, actually.
Well, it makes you wonder why Chris Smalling's not on the bench, really.
That does look nasty. That's seeing a goal back again by Mata. You know what? I think he was right there, Mark. David Luiz could have done a lot better.
Well, we won't be selling Eric Bailly if he's done his knee ligaments. And to be fair to him, he is a player that picks up injuries through being a bit reckless, but in fairness, that's just bad luck the way his legs get locked.
Yeah.
His leg gets locked in on Kovacic there, and
yeah, I think he's had it. Yeah, he's had it. Stretcher's coming on. What a shame. I thought he'd been absolutely fantastic today. What's he going to do, Ollie? Come on, what are you going to do?
well, the trouble is, if he goes like for like,
Well, Rojo's coming on.
we're still going defensive, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So Rojo goes to the left-sided centre-back. Lindelof will move to the right.
To be honest, I hate Rojo at left back, but as a left-sided centre-back, he's all right.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at centre-backs, I think with the options we got on the bench, he's definitely the one I would have gone for.
Well, he's not using the stretcher. He's walking.
Right. Oh, that's going to be a few weeks out, that one. Absolutely agony by the looks of it. Right. Shame. I thought him and Lindelof been really good this afternoon. Been quite tidy in their play, kept it simple. Bay's been quite
Well,
commanding.
look, we've got 20 minutes now to sort this out. We've got 20 minutes. If we draw this game, top four's gone. So where is the effort now? Where is the ideas from the bench? Where's the tactics? Where's the players' response? This game is in very, very deep danger of petering out into a draw that kills our season. And you know what? I've said it so many times. We've been very lucky to be back in a position where we can get top four. Over the next 20 minutes, I want to see something from this game. I want to see something from United, because this is just a story of our season. Although they've got a decent place for a free kick here.
They have, yeah. David Luiz just
Alonso's
runs up
got
and
a
hits
lovely
this.
left foot on him. Willian hits
Willian.
it, that's over the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be in the Armadale Cup for him if we don't do something in the next 20 minutes. And you know what? How many more chances do we want?
Yeah.
We've only got ourselves to blame. If we don't get something from this game, and I say something, I mean win. A draw is a shit result. A draw ain't going to do us any good.
Look at the last substitution we can make now, and you'd have to say it's got to be Martial, ASAP.
I don't think he'll do it there, because Lukaku's had quite a good game, hasn't he? So he likes Lukaku's physicality. So how do you find a place for Martial?
Maybe
Mata, probably.
Well, it's either Mata or...
I'd take Mata
Herrera.
off, put Sanchez in the Mata role and put Martial up front. Because the one thing that
Straight
we haven't
up,
got
yeah.
with Sanchez playing up front is the pace.
I mean, Herrera's on a yellow card
Chelsea
as well.
look a better team to me anyway now. I'll be very surprised if Chelsea don't win.
Good block by Rojo.
They've got the momentum. Chelsea are the better team at the moment. I mean, I've got to say that. Mata should be coming off because we've played 70 minutes, and even 2 years ago Mata got took off after 70 minutes because he can't play more than 70 minutes. So you'd have to question why he's still on the bloody pitch. He hasn't got the legs for it anymore. Ollie don't have a clue, says Alfie.
Can Herrera last the 90? Not too sure. Come on, United, get it away.
That's out. That was out.
That went out, ref.
Yeah.
I think I'll see McTominay and Pereira warming up down there then.
Adam Dale says, we've given up again. 20-minute FC strikes again. Urgency is gone, says Nick. Tony on and Alexi in behind, says Ben Simpson. That's what I would do, yeah. And as soon as possible.
Why is Mata
really
playing as the
created
main
anything, have
number
we?
9?
You what?
Why is Mata playing straight through the middle? Lukaku's gone out to the left.
Well, whatever we're trying to do, it's not working in the second half, is it? We haven't really created anything.
I mean, as if Mata or Sanchez is going to win the headers against Luiz and Christensen.
I think it's a shame. I think defensively, apart from Young, we've set up quite well. I think the midfield battle has been an interesting battle, considering they do have 3 good midfielders, Chelsea, and I think our midfield's done well. You know, to absolutely dominate their midfield, I think would be unrealistic because it is a good midfield. But I've been saying this all off. I just don't think in the final third we're a threat.
No. I always thought if when Chelsea equalised that the heads would go down, but like I said at half time, it was lucky that Ollie had 15 minutes with them to try and get them back up and lift their spirits again. But Loftus-Cheek's coming on for Kovacic. So Chelsea, I think, got a little bit more attacking here, because I think Loftus-Cheek is a lot more direct than Kovacic. But throwing, come on United. Just one. That's all we need.
I think one goal will win it now
Yeah.
for either team.
Go on, Luke. Run at him. Go on. Papa, use your strength, man.
Well done.
Go on. Loft it over. Ah.
Matter, you're nowhere near that. Don't act like you were. Can you update formations, RT Gaming? I'm not changing Sanchez onto the pitch now. No, I'm not going to do that all my life.
So Chelsea have scored 19 goals in the final 15 minutes.
We're not even
This
in the
season?
top 5.
No.
Loftus-Cheek is coming on for them. This game is really pissing me off, says MD Khaled. You and me both, mate. I don't really know what we're doing. We've been playing this half for half an hour, and there's nothing changed from the first half. Like, where's this formation worked really well against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and it worked really well for 15 minutes in the first half. But since then, Chelsea have adapted, and we've not changed. Like, you can't just keep playing the same way against the team, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to play Mata in all the time, but they're really tight on Mata now. They're swamping the middle of the pitch, and we haven't got enough width.
It's almost like United have gone to a back three where Matic has dropped in there.
It's terrible by Young.
Yeah.
Well done,
Sanchez, you still got it. Corner. That's corner. Oh.
He ain't given a corner.
Ah. Sworn that came off Chelsea player then. He's really got to shave that tackle. Does not suit him at all. I think if it stays like this, you could probably say it'll be Spurs and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't. You just.
We've got 10 minutes. At the end of the day, De Gea made a mistake, right? We cannot say at full time it's because of De Gea. We've had 45 minutes at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot keep going on about a mistake. Yeah, we know it was a bloody mistake, but you've got 45 minutes. And if this was in November time, I'd be like, all right, okay, you take a point. This is right at the end of the season. We know we need to win. There's 10 minutes left. We know we need to win this game. We know a draw is like a loss. Where's the bloody change in tactics? Where's the when are we going to go for it?
Yeah, there was plenty of time to get that goal. Great tackle, right?
He's going to get booked because he's fucking like an absolute twat. I know you like those sort of tackles, but he's flying in like a fucking idiot.
Oh, I love it. Fucking brilliant. If he gets away with that, that's
he might get
amazing.
A red.
What a... Oh, man. Imagine Beatty and Rojo as the centre-backs flying in like that. Fucking amazing. He gets the first one. No, it needs a second one.
I'll tell you what, mate, he could get a bloody red for this. The first one is fine because he gets the ball. The second one, it's a red. That's a fucking red. That is a red card. 100%. He's lucky. If they had VAR on that, he'd be off.
Yeah. Second one's reckless, but he has got a yellow as well. Yeah.
He got a yellow. Yeah, and I don't think he was ever going to go back and give a red. But...
Yeah, I do like them sort of challenges. Good old fashioned.
I don't, because I think it's like if he gets sent off, that's the game gone, isn't it?
Yeah, there is that aspect to it, but I mean, you've seen people get sent off for a lot less than that. I mean, the one that stands out to me is the Troy Deeney one on I think it was Gendozi against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago. Come on, United, push up. Oh, Willian certainly felt that. Come on, Sanchez, push. Force them into the long ball. Let's go. Like United just, there's not a lot of movement now in front. No urgency. Matic is trying to get him going out to the right hand side. Way too long, Sanchez. You ain't getting that.
There's no fluidity. I mean, he's bringing McTominay on for fucking matter. McTominay on, and you've got Anthony Martial on the bench. Oh, this better bloody work, because I tell you what, we're heading into Mourinho territory now. What the bloody hell are you doing, Ollie? Like, really, seriously, we're going long ball, aren't we? That's what we're doing. We're going hoofball.
I think, yeah.
God almighty. Look, at the end of the day, a win is a win, but the goal difference is shit compared to Chelsea anyway. So even if we win 1-0, it's still 6 goal difference. I don't think we're going to turn it around.
Yeah, I think for the last 30 minutes, United haven't really carved open an opportunity. I think they've not really done nothing from open play. So I think Sarri's looking at doing something here. Bit of a strange one though. Chuck McTominay on.
Well, we're going long ball.
Yeah, it's the height, isn't it? But it's no good doing that unless you're going to chuck that ball in the box.
Very disappointed. I mean, I've said before, I will not go in on Ollie until next season, but I'm starting to think, well, you've got Mason Greenwood in the youth, who is blasting it, and you won't even put him on the bench. You've got 10 minutes to go in a game where you need to win to have any chance of top 4, and whether it works or not, we're going long ball. Like, there's no pace in that team now. You've got McTominay, Herrera, Matic, Lukaku, Pogba, and Sanchez. There's no pace. Like, there's no pace in that team at all.
McTominay's gone further back. I think he's come on to allow Pogba to go further forward here.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's totally long ball. Lukaku going to chase.
United will remain shit. Ain't back to before, says Charlie Pangboom. And I think Ollie is just playing with the fans who like instead of playing the players that the fans like instead of playing the bright players, says Alfie.
Matic there needlessly. I think Willian's coming off.
This is shit. This is absolutely shit. You know what? This is absolutely terrible. I cannot. I feel like I'm in a bubble, and I'm sure most United fans feel that. I feel like I'm the only one who knows we need to win this game. It's like this second half has been. He's laughing with Pedro. What are you bloody laughing about? I've got the United job. Yippee! We need to bloody win the game, mate. With 7 minutes to go, and you're joking with Pedro when you should be on the top touchline telling him. Tell him. I think he thinks a point's a good point. Someone needs to tell him, Marcus. Fucking hell. Sorry for swearing again. But he's like joking with their sub. 7 minutes to go, you need to win the game, and you're joking with their sub. Get on the bloody touchline and tell him what to do. God, I can't deal with this. I don't know why I give a shit, because they clearly don't.
No, I mean, again, since the change, we've not really looked any more threatening than what we did do before. Changes have not worked at all. It's not had any impact or effect on the game. Just got to cross our fingers and hopefully a goal will come from somewhere, but it's almost like United are trying to walk it in there. They just don't want to put any balls into the box. You think, looking at this game, United are the ones that are happy with a point.
Yeah, I don't think they get it. It's like they don't understand.
Pogba, crack it. Oh. Well, Pogba could have hit that then on his right foot. Well, Solskjaer's telling them to just stay up there now. Just see him down on the touchline, telling them to stay up. Go on, Lukaku.
Offside.
I think he's playing for a foul then, isn't he? Lukaku's way offside. Look, fuck.
Weird.
It's not.
I don't get it. It's just so. I can't. I don't really know what to say to people because I just don't get it. I don't get where the what we. Less than 5 minutes to go. Where what?
I mean, you look at the form that Martial's in. I mean, would you have bring him on?
Part of me thinks now, are we selling Martial in the summer then? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. The thing is, you love the club so much you can never turn your back on it. That's just a ridiculous thing to say. But I do wonder why invest so much passion and stress in it when this is happening. It's like I don't get it. I don't get what's going on at the club. I don't get what the plan was today. There's no pace in that team at all. There's no fluidity. The formation doesn't work, and it hasn't worked it worked for 10 minutes.
Alexis only stayed out on the right for about 8-10 minutes. He's now out on the left.
Yeah. So that works as well.
Yeah.
But I just don't. There's not that gung ho thing that needed to be there. Like, we needed to be gung ho. We needed to go for this game, and I don't see where that is. I don't see it.
When you need the second goal, you would have thought that United would have upped the game, upped the tempo, showed a bit more urgency than what they're showing now. But
Amadeo.
And De Gea, De Gea's been a bit of a spectator, I think, in the second half. Chelsea have not really threatened our goal.
No.
We've got a goal kick here. Come on, De Gea, just get it out there. You'd like to think that United would get at least another 1 or 2 chances.
Well, the trouble is, we haven't had any bloody chances anyway. We deserve this. You guys wanted Ollie, right? I still think it's hard to go in on Ollie because you can't do that till next season. You've got to give him a transfer window, a pre-season. But I do agree, over the last month, some of his team selections and tactics have been ridiculously odd. Ernest Tabari, if that was Pogba that caught laughing with the other team, he would be crucified. We need to hold Ollie accountable as well. Ian Swoosh, disgusted here, Mark. United fans leaving already.
Ashley
it's
Young's
just not good enough, is it?
Ashley Young's picked up a yellow there. I thought Herrera would have been gone. I don't think that was a foul at all. Loftus-Cheek fell on the floor and covered the ball.
I don't know what Ashley Young did.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Well, give us your thoughts in the live comments, people, and we'll read some of your comments out. I mean, because obviously I'm always wary that how we feel may not be how you're feeling. I'm just stunned. I'm stunned that in 45 minutes, there's been no change in tactic. There's been no. I don't think the players have done well enough again either. I don't. But I don't see why. Where's the extra attacker? Like, we're still playing a back 4 and 3 midfielders. Like, where is that? Here we go. Chelsea. Hazard. Good block.
Go on, Lukaku, just turn. Look at Pogba run. Look. Pass it. Don't hold on to it.
Oh, for God's sake.
What is that?
Got the ball.
Got the ball.
Because it was a shit pass by Lukaku. Mamma mia.
This could swing either way now. This is, I think, probably the most attacking that Chelsea have been in the second half. And they're quite happy to just play it along.
I think from Chelsea's point of view, they they know that the draw kills United. Their only concern is probably Arsenal now, and whether Arsenal can nick top 4, which they bloody can. That was a foul on Sanchez, actually.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get the ball at all.
7 minutes added on. Bloody hell.
Well,
that's because of the Bailly thing. So 7 minutes to save our season.
Got a horrible feeling that United are going to commit so many men forward now. at the pace of Chelsea.
But I don't think
will
the
just
thing
catch
is that's
us
the
out.
problem. I don't think we are committing men forward.
2, 4, 6, 7 up in the attack at the minute, and here comes
It's good by
Pedro.
Sanchez.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Lukaku.
go on.
Oh,
Fuck's sake. Is
it was
it in?
offside anyway.
Oh.
Because I was going to say it looked like it was going to drop in anyway, but he's miles off. Like,
Yeah.
what? Look at that's typical Lukaku for you. Pointing where the ball needs to go. He's fucking 2 yards offside. Typical. That's Lukaku for you. Giving his orders out whilst breaking the law. You're offside, mate. What do you think about Ollie Marcus anyway?
I agree with you. I think he's only been in charge for 4.5 months.
Yeah.
I think he definitely needs a pre-season in these lads. He needs to shape this team to what he wants it to be. I would expect us to be. Well, it depends on the summer, doesn't it? I mean, it depends on the players that want to come in. Depends on whether the Glazers and Woodward are going to back him. You know, I'd like to think they would.
We've got a corner here.
I mean, the crowd.
Mark, you can either use a 9-minute timer for say which half it is on the graphics, please. 16k watching, congrats on the channel growth, amazing, says James Wilden. Thank you, James. Corner coming in. Get up, Rojo.
It's a high one.
Oh, off the line.
Oh, off the line.
Well, then again, that's what the man on the line's for. And now it's Chelsea on the break. He could have held the line for Hazard. No.
Oh, Luke Shaw did
well done, Luke Shaw there. Brilliant defending. Chelsea have Watford and Leicester next. It keeps Arsenal in the next mix, but not us. Oh yeah, we're out of it, Vicky. Yeah, we are out of it. If we don't win this, Rojo got it well. It's not
Lukaku
really.
there. Lukaku ducked a bit. If only he just stuck
Knocked
his head on it to direct it or something.
There's a lot of people excited there, but that's why you have a man on the line. He wasn't even any. Too little, too late.
United not really shown enough in the second half. Not really shown enough. Pretty lacklustre again. Ollie's telling Luke Shaw to get up there now. Come on. What's that? Offside? Yeah. Go on, Pogba, hurry up, get it back. Here we go. Right, Matic, just look. Where's the movement in front? Come on. All over the top. Lukaku, offside again. Fuck's sake. Does this guy not know what the offside rule is?
I know. Absolutely shite. Oh, I can't believe we've blown. You know what? I think of all the banter I gave Arsenal at full time, and I just thought, people saying don't do it, and I'm like, I don't live my life like that. I'm not going to not banter people when they deserve it, and we'll get what we deserve. I accept that, but I never for 1 minute thought United would put in such a lacklustre performance again. And I think you know what it is. I don't think it's a lack of effort. I just don't think they're good enough. I think for the last week, I think we've been talking about effort, and I don't actually think it's that. I think they're just crap. I think that's what it is.
Average players, Mark.
Yeah.
Average players on a lot of money. I mean, I know you don't like the word effort, but you think for the money that they're on, they would put in more effort than what they do now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, this second half, I've got to be honest with you. Apart from Rojo heading it on the line, I mean, and as I say, I've got to be very honest and say I don't really count that as a chance because that's why you have a player on the line, and he cleared it with no problems at all. What have we done in this game? Like, what have we done in this second half? It's been crap. Chelsea probably had the better half. It's like, what are we doing?
Made a save again. I'd be interested to see about the shots on target again because we've only had a handful in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
And that's combined. So I think today it's been pretty much the same second half. Lukaku looked knackered after he did that run. in the
It's
first
so
half.
disappointing though, because like we know that the top four was gone last week when we lost to Everton, and we definitely knew it was gone when we lost to Man City. But the reality is it wasn't gone, because we got given this lifeline today, and we've still messed. It's like we've had 3 games where we've been given 3 chances in a week to get top 4, and we've blown absolutely all of them.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. Just too many average players in this team demanding high wages, and they're not worth it. They're really not. Pogba slips again. What is... Got a minute left. Poor by Matic. What the fuck is it? You're going to play a 40-yard pass along the floor like that. Now we're outnumbered. Look, I know. 3v3. Ashley Young.
At
Away.
least he didn't put it in his own net.
Yeah. Get rid of it. But Chelsea are the ones going for it in these last 5 minutes.
I'm just embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
You know, I mean, come on. Take the ball off him. Just let him do what he wants. Overlap. Oh, fucking Christ. United just getting absolutely ripped apart here at the minute.
He's going to blow anyway. We're not having an attack. I mean, that's it. Higuain, good save.
Good save,
He's
De Gea.
offside. No, it's a corner.
Corner.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I'm embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed at this point.
That could have been it. De Gea turning sideways. Oh.
Well, I don't,
Where do we go
I don't know
from-
what we're doing, because
Where
it's
do we
over
go
for
from
us
here?
anyway. Mini Mourner says, sorry, De Gea needs a wake-up call again. Points lost due to him. I disagree with that, Mini. MUFC Reese Russell, I was right when I said before kick-off in the summer, put these lazy buggers through their paces. Utter shambles. Don't deserve a point. And welcome to James Wilden. Well, that is full-time. I do not know what... I'm going to do my match reaction. That's what I'm going to do, because I've got lots of things I want to say. But fucking... they're just an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment. A lot of them. I've had it with them. We said it before the game, Marcus. I look at them laughing and joking on the pitch, warming up, and they irritate me. These players irritate me. And Ollie's there shaking hands with people, smiling. Does he not understand? Like, does he not get what opportunity that was? Walking on the pitch, clapping the fans. I don't genuinely think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets what's just happened, what he's just blown. I really don't. I don't. He's happy. He's smiling, and he's smiling, and like tapping people on the back. It's weird. It's weird. I do not get this. I feel like I've not got the memo.
Well, like I say, like everyone has said, the only plus is the fact that if we're not in the Champions League, they'll spend money, because they have done before, and you think that's what they've got to do. That's what the answer is. If they're not going to back him, then get out. You know, sell the club to the Saudis and that, and let them come in. But this club, it needs major surgery, and the players are just not good enough. I'm afraid they're really not. There's no fight in them. It's gutless performance. So much at stake today. They had a fantastic chance of, they've been given a chance by Arsenal to get back in the top 4 race, and they've blown it yet again. They've blown it. So I have no faith in these players whatsoever.
Okay, I'm going to do my match reaction. The link is in the video description. I'll see you over there in 60 seconds. But thanks for coming on, Marcus.
No worries, mate. Pleasure as always. See you later, guys.
Join me over there. I'm not going to hold back. Season's over. Emmerdale Cup theme tune kick in. What a waste. What an absolute embarrassment. I'll be talking to you in about 60 seconds. The link is in the video description, or you can go through the homepage.